I want to welcome everyone to The Secret of the Dragon Emperor Session 1. And we are just about to embark on this amazing journey. But the first thing we need to do is to figure out how the campaign starts. I'm going to take us to a map. And so this will show a map on your screen. If you want to zoom in or out, you can use your mouse wheel up or down, or I think it's page up, page down. We'll zoom in and out. If you want to drag and move the map around, you can hold down the right button and then move, and it will drag the map. But you should be able to see the Dragonbane Pass at the bottom of the map. And you've been traveling for days through the high and rugged Cummer Mountains, trying to find a way down to the Misty Vale. The ancient and narrow pass runs through the mountains like an axe gash. Steep, moss-covered slopes rise to the snow-laden peaks that can occasionally be glimpsed through the veils of cloud. Somewhere ahead lies the Misty Vale, the legendary place where the empires of old stored their wealth and magical artifacts. It is the rumor of these treasures that has brought you here, the vast riches and arcane secrets hidden among the ruins on the other side of the mountains. And you are not the first to be lured by such temptations. Since the orcs started leaving the area about a decade ago, a growing stream of settlers and adventurers have made their way to the Misty Vale. But you know the way is treacherous and fraught with peril. The old imperial roads have crumbled, and the mountains are teeming with danger. The Dragonbane Pass, where you now find yourself, is particularly infamous. The dwarves of the Cummer Mountains have warned that the humans' return has attracted brigands and ravenous beasts to the area. Your fears come true when you suddenly hear a disconcerting whimper. You see a figure lying in the middle of the rocky trail, only 20 or so meters ahead of you. The figure is wearing a simple gray robe and clutching a dark bundle to his chest. As the whimper turns into a rattling wheeze, you realize the person is gravely wounded. Let me take us to the scene. And I just put that up there, so we've got it in the chat as well as up on the screen. That's going really fast on the screen, but I've got it in the chat. Might be a little easier to read. There, let's go to the opening scene. You should all be able to see this map. If you cannot, if everything's black, let me know. I can adjust the lighting, but the map should be visible. You are all down at the bottom left corner, and up here, kind of in the center of the pass, you can see a figure lying on the ground.
Oh dear.
And you should all be able to move your tokens, so you can move and explore, or let me know what you want to do.
Yeah, Thaddeus would definitely want to help this guy. He's injured. Or wherever he is. I just assumed it was this one on the screen.
Yeah, that person lying on the ground. And I can put his token up here.
Ooh, Ponzi, someone's in trouble. We should help him, don't you think?
Go get
Yes,
him,
yes, we should.
This, let's see, I got a picture of this guy. Looks like he's not doing so well. As Thaddeus gets closer, you see his pale, panic-stricken face, and you notice that one of his thighs is pierced by a thick black arrow. He's moaning and mumbling, almost seemingly unaware of your very presence.
I don't think that's supposed to be there, Pouncy. We should take it out.
Yes, it must be poisoned.
Okay. Can we try healing him?
Yeah, let's do a healing roll.
Is that with the Bane? I mean, but
yeah, so if you have bandages, there's no Bane. Otherwise, that healing roll will be with the Bane.
Yeah, I don't have bandages.
Well, I was gonna say I would help, but you don't need it.
Oh wow, excellent. So Julianna, you notice that the arrow is definitely poisoned. You can see this thick green, pungent liquid streaked on the head of the arrow, and there are purple-blue streaks that branch out from the wound, and you also see them on this poor man's face.
Oh, Alcina, don't lick this.
Who has the highest charisma?
Probably me. Does anybody have higher than 16? Maybe Juliana. Oh,
I have
okay,
16,
yeah.
but you're right there.
Juliana has 18.
Ooh.
As you are steadying his wound, he sits up, staring wide-eyed at Juliana, and says in a breathy, fading voice, "Quick, take it. Leonara will understand. A message from Master Weatherman. Must find all 4 pieces. The secret of the Dragon Emperor." And he pushes a bundle into your hands.
What's a Leonara part, Bouncy?
You do not know what a Leonara might be, but what you do know is that you have just been spotted by a band of goblins, and we're going to have a fight as the goblins pop out from rocks.
Little bastards.
Always underfoot. And if you guys want to draw an initiative card, so Mark, in this game, initiative is you normally would draw a card. This Foundry will automate it. If you go to the combat tag, it's the 2 cross swords in the upper right. It'll show a hand of cards next to Brêg. You can just click on the hand of cards. It will draw a card for you. Since these scouts, they set up this ambush, and none of you wanted to make an awareness roll or to try and spot danger, they get card number 1, and they will go first. But then in round 2, it's a random draw as far as who gets what. So, the scouts will go first. This scout up here is going to charge down and attack Juliana. So, to do combat, Mark, I will target Juliana. I'll click on Juliana's token, and I'll push T. Alternatively, you can go to the left-hand toolbar that runs top to bottom on the screen, and there's the little actor, and then if you click on that, there's a bullseye that will target, and you should see like a reticle, like a scope reticle, so you know you've got them targeted. So he has got Juliana targeted, and he will lash at Juliana with a short sword, and we need some combat music. Let me get that up first. Combat skirmish. And he comes in and misses. Juliana is kind of kneeling down by this poor fellow by the side of the road, and the goblin comes in and slashes up above your head. His fellow will back up, and he has a short bow, and he is going for the juicy target of the wizard. And he fires his bow at Phineas Stormcrow. Oh, that is a 2. So, Phineas, you have not acted yet. You have the option to try to dodge this roll. It will cost you your action. If you have a shield, you can parry an arrow, which you do not have a shield. They saw the wizard, his little paunchy belly, and they figured he's well marbled. Does Phineas want to evade this?
My evade is actually rather good, but I think I would be caught unawares, so I'll let him hit me this time.
Okay. So let me roll the damage. And you take, ooh, geez, 9 damage. Okay, do you want to, yep, I'll let you assign that to yourself. Yeah, where's your evade now, Phineas? The second scout.
Only a glancing blow.
I see blood splatter, so I know he got you good.
Where the hell did he come from?
Comes in, sees Agatha, and lashes at you with his short sword. And since you are a little bit on the shorter side, he's going low. He's swinging down at your knees. And, oh, that's a hit. Does Agatha want to parry or evade or take the hit?
I would use fast footwork.
Excellent. So Fast footwork is a heroic ability. You'll spend willpower points and get a free evade, which does not consume your action for the round. So go ahead and mark off those willpower points and then give me an evade roll. Excellent.
Ta-da!
So you do not take the damage. You duck to the side, and this this nasty thing that took a swing at you, you know you're going to try and end him on your next turn, but not before his fellow rushes up, seeing our elven artisan, and comes at you with a short sword. Brêg, so you have not acted yet, so you can try to parry this with your hammer, or you can try to dodge out of the way, or you can let him hit you, and then you will get a chance to hit him back. If you parry or dodge, it will cost you your action for this round.
I want a piece of this guy, so I'm going to take it.
Awesome. He comes in. Does 7 damage. Your armor will cut that down to 6. So you can either mark off 6 hit points, or I can automate it for you. It's kind of fun to have me let you damage yourself, because who doesn't want to mark off their hit points? But
all right, I will.
So you should just be able to left-click those little circles, and you'll take 7 of those.
All 6 for the armor, right?
Oh yeah, 6 for the armor. Yep. So you lost 1, or one of those is absorbed by your leather armor. So you take a total of 6. Excellent. And now it is Breg's turn.
All right. Not thinking too hard here. Real angry.
When all you have is
Okay,
a hammer, everything's a nail. So if you want to try to target him, you can click on that goblin token and then hit the letter T, and it should target him. There you go. And now, either from your character sheet or from that Argon HUD, you can click on like your warhammer, and then it will ask if there's boons or banes. There will be none.
I'm not sure I have the HUD, actually.
If to pull up the HUD, if you right-click your character, you should have 2 crossed swords. If you click on that, it should open the HUD. If not, from the left-hand toolbar, if you click on the actor tab, there's going to be 2 crossed swords kind of in the second column, and that should pull up the HUD as well. I think that's how you guys do it.
Okay. Oh, I've got it here.
Perfect. And then just click on your hammer, and then no boons, no banes.
All right, and so...
That is a hit.
That's...
Okay, that is not correct. So you rolled just your strength. It was still a success because it uses your strength skill. But what you would want to do is to just like roll your hammer, and just like click on your actual hammer. So that'll be a success. Your hammer does 2d6, and then your strength bonus is d6. So it's going to be 3d6 damage. If you want to roll that, over in the chat bar, you can either type, and I'll type it out for you.
Okay, I think I've got it, because there's these shortcuts.
Yeah.
So...
And for some reason, timer just came on. Sorry. I cannot unpause my screen. I'm not sure what just happened. Grab this real quick. Let me reload my screen. It's having issues. This may reload everyone's screen. I'm not sure. I've got can't unpause it. Okay, there we go. All right, so 9 damage to that goblin.
At least on my screen, the artisan's gone.
Yeah,
Same here.
I do not see the artisan. Okay,
They're all out of the combat.
let me
Correct.
put him back in there. I don't know what happened.
Hit him so hard he just
Yeah,
transcended.
knock yourself right out of the battle. Alright, let me put you back into the battle.
I
Okay.
think that's our paladin is now. There's two
Oh,
of them. at
Oh,
least
yeah.
for me.
oh my goodness.
Ah, yes, my power has grown. I'm ferocious.
There we go. There we go. Sorry, guys. Let me get you back in the battle. Okay, perfect. And then this guy takes 9 damage from your hammer, and he has 9 hit points. But he does have leather armor, which will absorb 1 of that, so he will take 8 damage from that blow. Which will bloody him greatly. Phineas, you're up next.
Right. Well, I'm going to dust off my spellbook and use one that I've not tried out yet. I learned it off that hag's grimoire. Oh,
Oh, okay.
Well,
Well, how about a
I don't
mishap?
think I got it quite right, but
Think of the improvement roll you get to make at the end, if you survive.
well, don't let me touch any gold or silver.
Yeah, so any gold or silver you touch will wither into dust. So every morning, if you get a 1, it will wear off. Otherwise, if you cast Dispel. And don't forget to mark off those willpower points. Juliana.
I think it does it.
Oh, yeah, it should. That shows that you have dropped those points. What does Juliana have in store?
I'm going to trade with Thaddeus.
Trade with Thaddeus. So one thing you can do, Mark, in
Hey,
Dragonbane is you
do,
can swap your initiative. You can swap it with a friend or a foe. And so he's going to.
Hey, Juliana. Juliana,
What?
do you want to trade with the bard?
No, I wanted to trade with Thaddeus because I need him to get this goblin off me before I can do anything.
Oh, okay.
All right. So Thaddeus, your turn.
I do just have a broadsword, so it might be a little hard to kill it.
Well, step with a pointy end.
Could I try to do something like topple it?
Yeah, sure.
I think that gives you a bane as long as that that's what toppling does on the weapon, right?
Yeah, so if your weapon has topple, then you don't get a bane on it. But if it doesn't have topple, you just make a combat roll with a bane.
You can always topple. A weapon with topple gives you a boon.
Right.
Oh yeah, that's what it is. And then he just gets an evade roll, and it's not his action. If he makes it, he is not toppled.
Oh, so yeah, I don't think I'm gonna do that because that's like I might hit him, and then if I do hit him, he might dodge, and I'm not particularly good, so I'm just gonna try to stab him.
Yeah, when in doubt, stab.
I do have a healing ability, so I could heal Phineas, but it doesn't. I can't move with this goblin here, anyways.
Well, you can. You just have to make an evade
Well, yeah,
roll and hope he
that
doesn't
too.
hit you.
Well, yeah.
Okay, and he cannot evade because he has used his action. So 10 damage. He has 1 point of armor. So, Thaddeus, how do you take out this first goblin of the campaign?
That's quite an honor. Well, yeah, Juliana's like, get him. So Thaddeus, okay, and he just jabs him right in the chest.
See, Pouncy, I told you this person with the sword would be good.
Angry Agatha, what have you got?
Agatha will look at Thaddeus from across the battlefield and say, "Good hit, Thaddy!" And then I will start piping on my bagpipes
Nice.
and use
I
my
love her.
musician ability. And because I have bagpipes, that extends my range to 50, and I only use 1 willpower.
So then, what does your musician ability do for everyone else?
Everybody who goes after me until my turn next round gets a boon dice on their attack.
Fantastic.
So it's going to charge me 3 willpower, Can I just put my 2 back on then?
Yeah, yep, and then just go ahead and put on the 2 for having the bagpipe.
Okay.
And then Juliana, you will get a boon on this roll.
Yes. Well, Pouncy, I don't think the wizard wants the arrow in his leg. I mean, he might. But it might be poisoned.
Do you take it out? What do you do?
I'm going to treat wound. Oh, it's not quite set up yet. Not quite set up right. So I'll just roll this with a boon. I got it.
Boom.
Hooray for the boon.
You get 4 hit points back.
Back to
Many
Phineas.
thanks.
Yes.
All right. Ere this next round starts, you hear the howl of a wolf as another figure emerges. And this guy will take the first initiative. There. So we're going to go to the next round. He will go first. Let me make sure I've got him. One here. And actually, I need to. These guys. I'm going to redraw their initiative because they shouldn't have gone without initiatives because you killed their leader. So I will redraw them, and the Warg Rider is going to go first. Let me adjust this one.
Okay, I got the treat wound fixed.
Okay, now we're ready. The Warg Rider will go first. He can move 10. Measure this out. Let's see what his attack will be. He is not next to anyone. So, mark monsters in this game, which this Warg Rider is a monster. They have a random table for their attacks, and they will automatically hit in combat. You cannot parry them unless they're using a weapon, so they can be particularly deadly. So the Warg pounces on a player character and slams the victim violently to the ground, but he could not get up to anyone because he was not in range, so that is going to fall short. Brêg, you are up next. And Brêg will get a
I'm on mute, aren't I?
boon on this roll.
All right, let's finish this bastard.
Hell yeah.
Got 1 hit point, so do 2 damage, and we'll take him out.
All right, so
So you can target him. There you go. And then click on your character sheet, like your Warhammer, under weapons, and it should. And then you get
Okay.
a boon on that because of the bagpipes.
all right, so
Excellent. 15
Oh,
or
that's-
15. What stinks is either one is going to be a fail. So you can push this roll. I wouldn't take strength if you want to take a condition. If you want to push it, or you can just not hit him. It's up to you.
Okay, what is the process for recovering from conditions?
So to recover conditions, we have 3 options to rest. One is what's called a round rest. That just recovers willpower points, takes 1 round to do it. You can do what's called a stretch rest, like a 10-15 minute break. You will recover hit points and willpower points, and you can remove 1 condition. With your inner peace, I think you can remove an additional condition when we do that. And then the last one is like a end of the day, or like a shift rest. You're resting for hours. You recover all your conditions. So conditions are temporary until you can get a rest. So right now is not a bad time to take a condition.
All right, I am angry.
Excellent.
And I'm pushing.
That's a hit. The 3
Nice.
will do it. So then go ahead
That's
and
better.
click roll damage. And that will do it. How do you take out this goblin here, Greg?
Okay, how tall is a goblin?
Oh,
4
probably like,
feet?
3.5, 4 feet.
Oh, I mean that's
Not
satisfying.
anymore, probably.
Straight down on the forehead.
Oh, nice.
Bonk.
He actually drops down kind of on his butt with his legs splayed out, his eyes crossed, looking up at the hammer, and then he just falls backwards, completely brained. You can move now, so during your action, you can do an action like attacking, and you can move. So you've got 7, your movement is 14, and every square is 2 meters, so basically 7 squares that you can move, if you choose to move.
Right. Okay, but there's no option to move before an attack.
You can. So you can spend part of your movement, attack, and then continue to move. You can do, or you can just wait and move all and then attack, or attack and then move. The only issue is if you are engaged with an enemy, if you are adjacent to him and you move away, you need to make an evade roll, and if you pass it, then he doesn't get a free attack against you. But if you fail, you still move away, but he hits, swings at you and may hit you. That's particularly true of monsters.
Okay. All right, I will wait here and see how things develop.
Perfect. Phineas, you are up next.
All right. Well, I think I've got the inflection right this time. One question, so I know if you upcharge it, it can either add damage or it lets you do another fire blast. Does that do 2d8 or 1d8 for the second fire blast?
I believe it is 2d8. I think it's a second.
Like just a whole another blast?
Let me pull it up. You're doing fireball?
Fire blast.
Fire
It should be the same concept though.
Do you have, let's see. I'm looking on the HUD. I don't see it prepared, but it doesn't mean it's not there.
If you look in my abilities and spells, that's where I have them prepared.
Oh, there it is. There it is. All right. Yeah. Let me just read that real quick. I'm not super familiar with that. Yeah. It creates another blast that hits another target within range, so it would be the 2d8.
Okay. Well, try this again. Oh, I forgot. With a boon, but it didn't matter.
Well, you might get a dragon. Oh, you already have it marked, so it won't matter. Although it would, you maybe get your willpower back. So if you want to roll another.
Nope.
Nope.
I'll roll my damage. So for the first one.
Ooh.
Oh, sorry. That added just whatever the last one was. Take away 6 from that, so 11.
That's still
11
enough.
damage. Yep. And then the Warg Rider. I will to the Warg Rider. That will be 10 damage.
The Warg Rider, he can evade this, and he's going to evade it. So I'm going to check his action, and then he's going to get an evade roll. And he got it, so he evades that fireball, or fire blast.
Oh.
But you used up his action, which is good, as well as taking out a goblin.
Yes.
Ooh, Finny, I like the cut of your jib.
yes, that's a new spell I just picked up.
Well, Agatha
cook.
is playing the bagpipes. This little goblin's going to try and stab into the bag and render your song at an end. Ooh. Does Agatha try to evade this, or do you let him stab you? And he's stabbing you, not the bagpipe. You will take the damage. I'm not going to ruin your magic item, or your musical item.
I was gonna say, you bastard!
I'm mean, but I'm not that mean.
She is going to use her fast footwork again.
Okay. Mark off
Yep.
the willpower and give me an evade roll.
I like this HUD.
It's super useful. And I know because it shows your movement like in squares and
Yeah.
the little boxes next to your picture. You can click and like open up all your skills and do everything. So you managed to evade and step away from that blow. Julianna, you and your cat are next. You get a boon on this.
Yeah, so come over here. It looks like. And also, I mean, it's not with an arrow. So what do you think, pal? You get my treat wound fixed. So
Oh, nice. With the boon. 5 points for Gryffindor. For Phineas.
Well, that heals me to full. Thank you.
oh no, sorry, that should have been to Brêg.
Oh, to Brêg.
Yeah.
Take those off, Phineas. Give them back to Brêg.
Oh, well.
Yeah,
I'll stab myself again. And just extra points.
I was giving it to Brêg and then bravely running away.
It's like when you give a homeless person a $10 bill and you thought it was a 1, so you go ask for it back. Not that I've ever done that, but in theory. So Brêg will heal up 5 points of damage, and so you can. I think it's a right click, and we'll remove the damage on your character sheet, Brêg, and restore those hit points. There you go. The Warg Rider used his turn to evade the fire blast. Agatha, your turn. Your song is at an end.
Well, Agatha, just to rub it in even more, she's going to play even louder, and she is going to start marching around in a circle, mockingly.
Nice.
It just his song doesn't end until the end of his turn, so you'd have a boon on this too.
True.
Yes.
So you play an even faster tempo. This is ramming speed. And Thaddeus, your turn, and you get a boon on your roll.
Okay, well, I've got options.
I'm sorry, do I have to roll for that?
I think you
For the
just-
musician?
Performance.
You just performance roll, and then with the instrument, it just reduces the willpower. It doesn't give you a boon.
Okay,
but you get a boon
you want
from
me
your
to-
own song. Yeah, go ahead and give me a performance roll. But you'll get a boon on that from your own team.
Okay.
Oh, there we go.
Woohoo!
Nice. Now Thaddeus may go.
For those about to rock.
Nice. The flames come out of your bagpipe.
Yeah.
Oh, Agatha's the best. Well, I think you have it down there. What's up with this guy? And I'm gonna try to use up his action, which is super
Yep,
useful.
so he cannot defend this.
Oh,
Ooh.
Oh,
Oh, I love Slade. And the fact that Quiet Riot redid all their songs is just tragic.
Yeah. Although Thaddeus would have had a boon on that roll.
oh.
Yes, you would
Oh, that
have.
is
So
true.
you may re-roll that and not hit yourself by mistake. And I'm not a huge fan of damaging ourselves, so I would let you re-roll that mishap as well.
Well,
So at least it wasn't the demon. So make sure that you take that demon off
yeah,
the
yeah,
right
yeah.
click
Yeah.
off of your improvement there.
Yeah.
You know how to do it.
Well,
Do you push that?
goodness. I think I will. This warg is I've never seen anything like it. It's a little scary. Oh no.
And you'll get to that would be with a boon as well, so you can just roll a d20.
Oh jeez. Yeah, I need to get on top of it. Jeez.
You've only done like 40 sessions of Dragonbane. It's
I know,
it's okay.
it's crazy. I've only seen like one bard, and they always die. I played a bard, died session 0 of the campaign, so
Didn't survive childbirth. Okay, so
basically, yeah.
you hit, that does 2d6 plus your damage bonus is d4, so 2d6 plus 1d4. You want to roll that damage. And he does not have armor. 13 points against him. Nice. And he splats. We go to the next round. Thaddeus, you're up again.
Ah, well, he's not used his actions yet, so I think I'm gonna get it back in return, but
Do you want to trade? Or do you want to...
well,
'Cause
I might as well.
He's up after you and will probably hit you rather hard. You wouldn't be able to evade or dodge.
If I hit him now, he might try to evade, though, and then that would use some kind of action.
Right.
Oh, but he'd still have one.
Yeah,
and I could
he's
just
got
use
ferocity, so he would probably choose his later action to evade.
that. Yeah. Okay, I think I'll just choose. Yeah, who wants to go first? Not the bard, obviously.
Any takers?
Julianna will go.
Alright, I will swap your initiative card with Julianna. Not Phineas, Julianna. Alright, Juliana's up.
All right, she'll take out her sling.
Good boon.
Scout.
Somebody could take that up before it went, but didn't happen.
Not quite. The Warg Rider. Random attack here. Swing from above. The Warg leaps over a chosen player, and its rider swings his serrated scimitar from above, inflicting 3d6 slashing damage. So he leaps over Thaddeus and attacks at you for 3d6 slashing. You can evade or parry, since it's a scimitar.
Yeah, I would try to parry, raise the shield high. That's why I didn't want to attack.
Yeah, go ahead and give me. So to do a shield, it's any of your strength-based weapon rolls. Whatever your
There's also a
highest
button
is.
for it on the HUD.
Oh, perfect.
Ooh, dear.
You want to push that?
Oh, so lucky. I think I do.
Still
Oh
have a
my!
bone. Still have a bone.
Oh my goodness! I'm I'm so sorry.
You're only hurting yourself, so that's okay.
Oh,
But that's a success.
what would I do without you, Reese? Thank you.
So let's see how much damage your shield takes.
Oh yeah,
Ooh, okay.
That's-
so your
that's
shield
enough.
takes 17. What is your shield's durability?
it's gonna be 15. Yeah,
What was your?
Yeah, what was
Yeah.
your shield's durability? So
better than my head.
on your character sheet, next to your shield, the very far right, there's a little box that's for broken. You can check that little box, and it shows that your shield is broken.
Check it out, Brêg. You just picked up your first job.
Yeah, good thing we brought a guy that can fix that.
Yeah, maybe I'll take a break from this dangerous adventuring stuff and just
Right up in a shop.
keep you guys fixed up.
Agatha, this guy really wants to put an end to that song of yours. That is going to be a miss. Your turn, Agatha. You still have your song going until the end of your turn.
She will turn her back to that
Well, it can't hit you anyway.
goblin. She will turn her back to that goblin, bend over, and make sure her kilt comes up, and she will shake her little ass at him
Nice.
to mock him, and just keep on playing.
Sweet. Give me another performance roll with a boon.
Get my stuff checked off there. Oh, please don't miss.
Right.
That would be embarrassing.
Caught with your pants
Woohoo!
down. Oh, there we go. Excellent. Thaddeus, your action was used to try to block.
Very usefully, yes.
Very usefully. Yeah, you didn't want to take that 17 damage, I don't think. Phineas.
Right, I think I've got this spell down now. Oh, well, thankfully I had that boon.
Yeah. Goodness.
I'm going to become a little disheartened that my spell didn't work. And,
There we go.
again. Alright, the Wart Rider. I'm just going... I'll do the first blast on him, so I'll just subtract the last d6 from this.
Okay.
So subtract the 1, thankfully,
nice.
so 15, and then the goblin in front of the bard will take 8.
All right.
Well done.
Rider. And the bard takes. The bard is, or the not the bard. Sorry. I think that took them both out. Yes, it did. So how do you take both of these fell things out?
Well, with the third casting, I have the words just right and the gesture perfect, so I wave my hands around. Oh yes, the witch seems to have.
Oh, vanished, yes. She was struck down.
I mean, Phineas's weakness is that he's reckless, so he can't be held responsible for all of the incidents
Hey,
that occur.
let me heal you from that effect there.
But yes, he sends out 2 mighty blasts of fire and roasts these goblins.
Let's, there we go. Take death
What a
off.
smell.
Excellent. The battle is won. Blood.
Agatha jumps in the
Litters.
air and pumps her fist in the air like the Breakfast Club move.
Nice.
Woohoo!
If anyone needs to do a round rest, this would be a spot. We also have this guy dying on the ground that Julianna had been investigating.
I could do a cheap heal at the 1d8 on YouTube if we don't want to rest for now.
Well, if I can heal him with magic, I'll try.
Let me. You passed your healing roll earlier. You
Yeah.
see that his wounds are beyond even the allure of magic. Ergo, as the story goes, he has to die. But
Yeah.
not before he passes something on to you.
It was in the script.
Yep, it was intended. His robes were red underneath his cloak, and so you can tell that this was just never going to end his way. What he does is he draws his final breath before you can ask any further questions, and there's a bundle in his hands that he had tried to give you before the goblins attacked, and the bundle falls open as it hits the ground as his energy finally lets out. And you see that there's a piece of a map, or a large rolled up map actually, and there's something else in that bundle. As you look at it, it looks to be some sort of piece of a statue. It's a pedestal, lower legs, and the bottom part of a sword, likely from some basalt statuette of a human warrior. And I'm going to put statue piece number 1 on Julianna's character.
Greg, how are you on health? Looks like you're pretty good, but
Didn't take a single point of damage.
No, sorry, Brêg.
Oh, Brêg.
Yeah.
Oh, let me take a look here. I'm down a point after that first healing
Oh.
round.
Okay. I'll let that go then.
Oh, appreciate it.
Did do these guys have anything worth keeping?
Yeah, if you want to make a scavenge roll, you might be able to pull something up here. So that's a spot hidden roll. So you spend about 10-15 minutes looting the bodies.
I love to loot.
I found spot.
You find nothing of note.
Yeah.
And it is a random table.
Yep.
And Phineas finds, if it's gold or silver, it's a treasure card. Well, it was a silver brooch, but as you pull it out, you see it just corrode into dust as the magical mishap dissolves it in your hands.
That's fascinating. At least I know what my mishap was now.
Julianna also found a treasure card.
No, I found nothing of note.
Oh, you found nothing of note. That's right.
Stack the bodies, burn them.
The stench is foul, but it would be fouler still if you left them here. So in addition to the piece of the statuette, you found this map, and I'm going to take us back to the map. The map actually has, on the bottom left corner, there is, it looks like a pedestal and maybe feet. That's what the piece of the statuette looks like, is that basalt fragment in the bottom left corner of the map. But this is a map of the Misty Vale, and you can see that not far from the Drakmar Pass here, there is a village labeled as Outskirt.
Man, Pouncy, this guy really likes his maps.
He does. He's got a fancy map.
Well, he's got a fancy map, and he's got... Like, he's got one corner, a pedestal for that corner down?
Yeah, and so you could set that right on that little corner and hold that piece down and be able to survey the map.
Trying to keep Pouncy from knocking it off of the cliff.
Pansy's paw just slowly nudges it closer and closer to the edge. So this man, before he died of the effects of the poison, he mentioned something about someone named Leonara. What that could be is anyone's guess. But his exact words were, "Leonara will understand. A message from Master Weatherman. Must find all 4 pieces. The secret of the Dragon Emperor." Where do we go from here?
Real quick, I just had one question. So I have the grimoire of Agasil, the hag,
Yeah.
and it has Dispel in it, and if I understand it correctly, you can cast things from a grimoire that you don't know. It just takes you double the amount
So
of time.
if it's 1 action to cast, it would take 2 actions, so like 2 rounds
So
to cast.
could I cast Dispel from the grimoire then?
You could.
It just would take me an extra...
Yep, it would take you 2 rounds instead of 1. So you could cast Dispel from that and remove that magical mishap from you.
Oh,
And
there
you
we
do.
go.
You succeed. It's a pity that wasn't done before you found that silver brooch.
Yes, but it should prevent me from ruining any more treasure.
Yes. As you reach the top of the Drakmar Pass, you can see the Misty Vale stretch out ahead of you. Here and there you see towers poking up from beneath a veil of mist that has fallen over much of the land, particularly to the north, the far northern end, where you see the mountain peaks bathed in almost a lake of mist, the Dragonfang Peaks. You can see it looks as though perhaps there's a small lake up at the very top, but again, the mist makes it quite difficult. But here and there, you see towers and other structures rising up around this vale. Multiple towers, multiple places of interest, but the largest settlement you see would be the village of Outskirt. Anyone object to going to Outskirt?
Shall we march?
Yeah, that seems like the obvious choice. I don't think I've ever been here, so you'd want to go to like an established, settlement.
Hopefully you can all see this map.
Yep.
Perfect. So this is the village of Outskirt. It's got a palisade running around the outside of it. It looks as though there are two entrances, one kind of in the northern edge and one in the southeastern edge of Outskirt. It looks as though the center of the village is a mass of ruins, some crumbling temple ruin from the golden age of time long ago. Many of the buildings here are simple log cabins or rough timber houses constructed in the last decade by adventurers, settlers, and fortune hunters. This is a place far away from honor, filled with dreams and adventure, where every rumor and kind smile may lead you to glory, wealth, and everlasting fame, or to a sudden and excruciating death. Upon your arrival in Outskirt, it takes you roughly a day to get there from where you were in the Drakmar Pass, so you arrive close to nighttime. The vegetation thickens into dense forest as you descend toward the misty vale. Following the remains of the same old path, winding its way through the mountains, you make your way to the village of Outskirt. But here and there are weathered milestones protruding from the terrain, some of them decorated with stylized, archaic crowns. A few kilometers from Outskirt, the forest thins out and opens into cultivated fields. Soon you are squelching along muddy wagon tracks. The tracks give way to a paved road that cuts through the high grain fields. Countless smells invade your senses: manure, smoke, and rotting vegetables, but also freshly baked bread and grilled meat. The road leads to a settlement surrounded by a palisade, with lots of small houses with smoking chimneys visible beyond its sharpened logs. The village gate is closed and flanked by two low but sturdy towers of stone with crenellations and pointed wooden roofs. Drawing closer, you hear the stern voice of a man barking at you from one of the towers. "Halt, strangers! State your names and business, or turn back to the forest. This is a place of peace and decency." And I've got a picture of this guy.
Well, that's perfect, because we're peaceful and decent people.
How do I know this to be true? Is that blood I sees on you?
Yes. Well, we were attacked coming through the pass, but as to if we're good and decent, well, I'm a healing man, a paladin. Yeah, you could trust me in my word that these people are good.
Give me a persuasion roll. I've got to put your names down in the log. We keep tracks of everyone what comes into town. State your names and your purpose, and you may come in peace. Who are you, kind sir? And he points at Thaddeus.
Yes, hello, I am Thaddeus Thornton, traveling to the Vale to aid the weak and see what a man can make of himself here.
Well, here in Outskirts, a man can do good for himself, as long as he obeys the laws. See that you do, sir. Who's this with you, this wee little one with the fiery red hair?
I'm Agatha, and I am here to live, laugh, and drink.
Oh, drink shall definitely be in your favor. Go see the Three Stags Inn for the finest in town.
Thank you, good sir.
What about you with the cat? We've a bit of a mouse problem in the village. Your cat would be most welcome, and you as well.
Oh yes, Pouncy Ratbane. He is very good at mouses. He'll be happy to help out. Thank
Oh,
you.
Excellent. And you with the pointy hat and the staff. What's your name and business?
Yes, I am Phineas Stormcrow, and I seek to uncover the ancient secrets that lie in the Vale.
Ancient secrets, eh? Well, you don't gotta go far. Here in outskirts. Well, you'll hear the rumors well enough. Speak to Von Hild at the Three Stags, and they'll put you straight as far as the lore of this here place. There's much buried beneath our feet, I am sure of it. Now, what about you, strapping elf with bulging muscles and a coat of leather that scarcely covers your chest, showing off all of your rippling abs and shoulders to everyone that comes by? My, oh, you know, I'm straight as an arrow, but you make one wonder, sir.
Brêg hands him a handkerchief to
Mop his
dab
forehead.
the sweat off his. Regner, sir, a journeyman craftsman, a gesture to the hammer which I have wiped most of the blood off of, and
Oh,
tools.
you want to go see Okald and Badenor, dwarven twins from the Kuma Mountains. They run the smithy in town. Perhaps they'd be of use to ye.
Right. Brêg barely manages to keep the look of disdain off his face, but nods and says, "I shall."
All right. Now,
Dwarves.
one thing I can tells you, if you're here to do much traveling, beware the Iron Forest. This side of the Iron Forest is an unholy place with huge stones rising up into the sky. Riddermound it's called, named after a dark knight who was chained by the gods when the world was young. They say he was buried alive in that mound, along with his family, his servants, and all his riches.
Thank you.
Sounds
friend.
lovely.
Oh, aye. As he opens the gate and lets you in to outskirt, you see that there are many faces that greet you with smiles. It looks as though life is good here, or perhaps they're just making the best of it. You can see the Three Stags Inn as clear as could be from where you are positioned. The Three Stags is a place of great hustle and bustle in the city. It's the largest of the buildings. Let's see if I can ping the map here. Okay, maybe I can't ping the map. That's the spot. Right there. That's the Three Stags Inn. As it's getting late in the day, perhaps that's where you would go first to try and find a room or at least a hot meal. Any objection to that?
Absolutely not.
Absolutely not. The ale will be nice and cold there. The Three Stags is an impressive two-story building with a massive thatched roof and half-timbered walls. Outside the door hangs a red sign that says The Three Stags, beer, bed, and food at heavenly prices. Cheery voices spill out into the street along with the smell of roasted boar. As you come into the Three Stags, there are at least a dozen villagers sitting in the common room, eating, drinking, gossiping, and warming their joints by the great fireplace. Delicious meat stews and homemade beer or mead are served at normal inn prices. As you enter, you are greeted by Von Hild. She looks to be the one that runs the place. She's behind the bar at the moment, ordering some of the servants around. She rumbles authoritatively at them, and then she looks up with a cheerful smile and gives you each a tankard of mead on the house. I can answer any questions about the area. Anything you need at all, I'm the one for you. I can tell you something. Don't go out at night. You're welcome to stay indoors, my friends. Large bats have been seen flying over the rooftops. Old Hardy, he's tried to shoot down several of them, but so far has been unsuccessful. There's also a mystic in town, and she looks right at Phineas. Probably one of your type. He's settled in the area of the temple in the center of town. He's an inexhaustible source of knowledge about the past and a skillful healer, should you need it. Upstairs, we've 10 beds divided between 2 double rooms, and there's a dormitory. I can't imagine you'll find a better place to spend the night in the Misty Vale than here. Anything you need, I'm at your service.
Yes, was it Mrs. Von Hild?
Von Hild, yes.
Yes, the guard at the front gate said you were the one to speak to concerning the lore of a place known as the Riddermound. What can you tell me of this place?
The Riddermound. Well, I can tell you many great things about the Riddermound. One thing to understand is that there's a sad tale to the Riddermound. There was a knight of great renown, said that he was chained there by the gods for some deed which has lost all meaning through the passage of time. No one knows why he was trapped in that mound. It is said he was buried alive there with his family and his servants. But the real truth is that all of his riches are still there, for none have been brave enough to go and seek it out. But surely one day someone will breach that mound and take whatever valuables are in there. I can only imagine that it might be worth someone's time. But many have come, and few, if any, have ever returned.
Well, sounds like quite the adventure. And I will tentatively pull out a silver piece and make sure it doesn't turn to go to rust. And then I will, when it doesn't, I'll pull out a gold piece and get myself something to eat and drink.
So she's got food at the standard prices in the rule book. We can open to that page. I had it open just a second ago. What is it? Services on page 80. So there's like a bowl of stew is 5 copper. A feast would be 2 gold. You can get a goblet of wine. Lodging here would be like 1 silver piece. A standard meal here would be 3 silver, anything like that. A tankard of mead is 4 copper. So page 80 of the rulebook would have all of that information, and it would all be available at those prices. As you slide across your coin, she says, I'll see to it that you are well fed. One other thing, friend, since you're being free with coin. It's said that the dwarves of the Kummer Mountains are decent and honest folk. It was worse in the old days, during the reign of Bothild the Vile and Greedy, when they dug too deep in their miserable mines and unleashed nameless horrors on the world. But then again, what treasures they found! The unearthed heaps of gold, silver, shimmering emeralds, and crystals the size of a goblin's head. Apparently it's still down there in Bothild's Lode in the far southwest of the Vale. And she winks at you, and then comes back with a nice bowl of stew and a goblet of wine.
Well, many thanks.
So, I'm going to type this in the chat. You've got 2 potential places to explore. Riddermound and Bothild's Lode.
I'm keen on Riddermound. Sounds intriguing, but
Yes.
let's see.
So, Nancy here would like to ask, have you seen any other witches in town?
She actually crouches down and strokes Pouncy quite kindly. And Pouncy arches his head back and she scratches underneath his chin. Well, I don't know about witches, But there's a few people that you could meet. Why, there's old Dranneth, the mystic. He serves some local gods associated with fire, earth, and vegetation. Surely that is not too far from what a witch might do. He spends most of his time meditating, but every now and then you can call upon him to help heal someone. He can also be a teacher. He knows a few spells and would be willing to part with that information for a fair price.
Yes, that. I'm more with lunar witches.
Lunar, well,
We don't dance around naked at night. That's not what we got a bad rap.
well, ain't that a
One-
pity? 'Cause I sure do.
Well, it's really cold.
Well, sometimes in the summer when it's warm, you might find a few of us out there around the maypole. But, you know who might be able to help you? Let me see if I can find my, where's that girl? Annabella, come here! And, this young girl, comes up and, well, it just said her name. It's Annabella. And Annabella comes up and, says, yes, ma'am? This one here has questions. You know quite a bit about what's going on here in town. Maybe you can help him out. And Annabella looks at you and says, well, yes, of course. I'd be more than happy to help out. You're looking for a witch, and she kind of scrunches up her head and says, well, I don't know anything of
Well,
that.
not just any witch. We come in a lot of flavor.
Well, I
Like some of us are like, I'm with the Circle of the White, and then there's some that are bestial, and some more that are more in tune with the darkness. But
don't.
we all have a role.
Yeah, I don't know that I know of any of those, but I can tell you a legend. There was a sword. Durman was the name of this sword, forged by the Dragon Emperor Eladane 800 years ago, when the world was a battlefield for dragons and demons. It is the blade of life, made to maintain the balance between order and chaos. It is a weapon for the free and unbound against the ancient evils, but in the wrong hands, Durman becomes a weapon of tyranny, an instrument of demonic darkness, or draconic fire. Why, after Eladane's death, the sword was buried in a crypt that can only be opened with a special key. A statuette split into 4 pieces, one for each direction under Eladane's rule. The truth is that what is today known as the Misty Vale was the heart of Eladane's empire, and Durman's crypt is hidden under the old temple ruin here in the village. But to open the crypt requires 4 pieces of the statuette, and they have been missing for centuries, sought by Eladane's servants, as well as the followers of the demon prince, and she whispers, Sathmog. They can likely be found somewhere among the ruins of the Misty Vale. Perhaps that is something that a witch could do. Surely your cat's not afraid of the dark.
No.
I'm going to post this into the chat. That is the Legend of Durman. You haven't
Agatha
seen
will say-
any pieces of a statuette, have you?
No.
Oh. Pity. It said that many are looking for them. Why, the orcs that were once here in the village and all through the Vale, they've suddenly left. It said that they are seeking the pieces of the statuette.
Oh. Are they good orcs or not orcs?
Well, it's a little of both, you know. They're not inherently evil, but Sometimes the easy way is the way they take, and sometimes the easy way might be seen as unsavory by goodly people. But
No, sir.
they're not foul-hearted, but sometimes their deeds are a little rough around the edges.
You know a lot of people here in town.
I know most of the people in town.
Do you know who Leonora is?
Yes, I do. Do you have
Oh.
business with Leonora?
Yeah, we'd like to.
Well, do you have a message for her? I don't hear anything. I heard you say and then that was it.
We ran into a friend of hers. Old man, really bad eyes.
Ooh. What happened
Could have been
to
the
this
poison.
fellow? Poison?
Yeah.
Oh, goodness. I can definitely tell you that Leonora would be interested in this because I am she. What do you have for me?
I'll look to the paladin. Yeah. What we got?
And do you reveal that you found that piece of the statuette along with the map?
Yeah, I'll look to the paladin of the bard or someone else.
You have 2 names?
I do. So around here I'm known as Annabella, but my friends call me Leonora. You see, I've got something a little bit, well, it's a secret, and I think I can share it with you. You see, one thing that you have to understand is that I only work under the name Annabella, but I represent someone even greater.
Is this a tax evasion strategy?
No. I'm part of a sacred organization called the Truth Society, which strives to bring ancient artifacts and lost knowledge back to humankind. You strike me as capable adventurers. Would you help me find the lost pieces of the statuette and open the crypt of Elidane? Our order is not rich, but we can offer you 50 gold pieces per piece, and the honor of fighting for a good cause. But beware, an order of dragon-worshipping knights is also looking for the sword. They seek to re-establish the old draconic empire and enslave everyone living in the Misty Vale.
That sounds terrible.
It is, I know. We'll
No,
do...
the 50 GP. That sounds terrible.
Oh, well, give me a bartering roll.
Barter.
Oh,
Shoit.
50 GP is more than ample. Why, think what you could buy with that. I'm talking about each piece will bring you 50 gold. That's 200 gold pieces. Simply for bringing me pieces of a small statuette.
200 for each of us?
Not with the demon, no. I could go as high as 50 each for all the pieces. So rather than taking 40, I'll give you 50. So bring me the pieces and 250 gold shall be yours.
We'll have to consort with our business partners.
And she looks at you. Have you seen one of the pieces already?
You've already asked this.
Yes, and I didn't get much of an answer. I noticed the furtive looks between you, and she looks directly at Thaddeus, you would not tell a lie. Have you beheld one of these pieces?
I do not.
Well, should you come across them, please let me know. And just so you are all aware, you did find a piece. It was with the map that you took from the dead guy. Okay.
I don't got it, though.
just making sure everyone's on the same page. So, yeah. Well, the night is nearly here. Perhaps I can get your rooms ready. You will be staying here, I hope.
It's late. It seems like this place is fine. I would certainly be happy to.
Excellent. Well, I will get ready.
I prefer to camp. Would I be able to sleep outside the inn in the back, maybe?
Well,
in a safe spot?
We've the stables. You're more than welcome to stay out there.
Perfect. I love horses.
Oh, yes. Fine beasts.
You know, what you do in your own time is, you should just leave that to yourself.
Perhaps a handsome pony will keep you warm tonight. Nuzzle up against him. Use him as a pillow. Soothe him with your bagpipes.
Yeah, because always soothing.
Nothing puts you to sleep like the dulcet tones of
yes,
a screeching bagpipe.
And with that, Agatha is going to throw a purse of 50 copper to the barmaid, and she's going to order a round for the house.
Oh, you see her eyes grow wide. Oh, aye, very well. And she runs, almost skipping back to the counter to place this order. And Vonhild announces, drinks, courtesy of the young, red-haired, fiery one over there, and points towards Agatha. And you hear the dozen or so people in the bar clap and cheer and raise up their empty glasses waiting for them to be filled. And when the drinks are brought around, they all stand and toast your generosity.
And she will jump up on the table and say, may you get so drunk you start to think your problems are your greatest asset. Enjoy your drink as I tell you a tale.
Ooh.
And she is going to start pacing the table and telling them about our adventure defeating the goblins.
Give me a performance roll.
Oh, that's persuasion. Performance. I'm going to push it because I want to make it good.
They look a little bit maybe incredulous, like, what? You fighting goblins? And then you get to the part where you flipped up your kilt and showed them your sunny cheeks. And
yes,
you see everyone's eyes perk up, and they're all kind of lean forward with great interest to hear the end of your tale.
And when I get to the part where the warg rider arrives, I leap onto Thaddeus's shoulders, not even caring about which way he's facing, and I start whooping and hollering and swinging like I'm swinging a scimitar.
And then I tell them here and there.
And then I tell them how they were struck down by hellfire from the wizard. And I fall back on my back in the middle of the table, drunk.
A few of them come and pat you on the shoulder and help you back up to your feet, and again, tell it again from the beginning. And they bid you to retell the tale. And this goes on for several minutes. And does the telling, is it consistent, or do you embellish on it every time?
Oh, it gets better every time.
Fantastic. And as you go about telling this tale, and as everyone in town begins to become just absolutely enamored with Agatha, let's go ahead and take about an 8-minute break. Time to run to the bathroom, refill your drinks. I will meet you all back here in about 8 minutes or so.
I ignore all the signs of impending danger, because I'm a fighter and not some crappy ranger. 47 hit points and a high dexterity, 17 for strength. Kobolds are afraid of me, crafted from numbers on living paper. I escape from the mundane to a medieval caper. While in real life, my fate is unspoken. Hero roll of the dice, and my fate is unspoken. I locate the lair, but it doesn't make much sense to me. I think that the DM might be out to get me. A hero in armor and truth, bards tell my legacy. The flame of my torch illuminates the enemy. I win in a battle, hewing foes asunder. Deeper I venture, the deeper I wonder. The bodies pile up before me, the corpses I plunder. The deeper I venture, the deeper I wonder. Crafted from numbers on living paper. I skip from the mundane to a medieval caper. And while in real life, my fate is unspoken. Hero roll of the dice, and my fate is unspoken. I drink my last potion. I charge through the open gate. The flame of the dragon tried to seal my awful fate. With a handful of dice, 5 times I roll 20. The dragon goes down, the DM no bloody. I leave with the princess, a satchel chock full of gold. We head to the tavern, where my mighty tale unfolds. Crafted from numbers on living paper. I skip from the mundane to a medieval caper. While in real life, my fate is unspoken. Hero roll of the dice, and my fate is unspoken. The king honored me with the mighty crossbow. It's blessed by the elves, he said. I thank him and I go. The life of a hero, struggling to stay alive.
right, I am back whenever everyone else is here.
Alrighty.
One thing that, before we get started, that I can mention is that Riddermound is fairly short. We would possibly have time to get there and maybe complete it before the session's done. Otherwise, if we want to do a little more exploring around an outskirt, we'd probably get to Riddermound and maybe start it. But it's pretty short.
Yeah, I heard that Riddermound was a good starting point. I would definitely like to do that.
Yeah, so in fact, a lot of times they'll set up Riddermound as like a one shot. That's what it came out as, was with the quick start guide. It came out as like, here, now you know how to play, run your characters through this. It's also notorious for being deadly and hard, so it would be a good challenge.
Oh, good. Yeah.
Yeah, no pressure.
Well, Phineas did nearly get felled by a single arrow. So.
True. As long as they don't have arrows, it'll be just fine. Is Reese and Mark back? I don't think so.
Reese is back.
Reese is back. Mark, are you back with us? Give him just a moment. If Mark is with us, he is muted.
All right, sorry, I'm back.
Oh, there we are. Sweet. All right, I think we are all here. So it is evening. Agatha wishes to sleep outside. Does anyone else have Child of the Wild that needs to sleep outside? Or is everyone else okay staying in the inn? Well, Agatha, as you head out to go to bed that night, it's getting late. You've had quite a bit to drink. You've had an eventful day, a battle, telling your tale, some pretty amazing things that have happened. You curl up in a bed to go to sleep, and give me an awareness roll, Agatha, if you would.
Hey!
Oh, nice.
Made it.
As you are laying down to sleep, you're looking up at the stars and thinking about the day, and maybe composing a new melody for the bagpipes. Just in your head, you wouldn't do it out loud. Even the horses wouldn't appreciate that. But you notice that there are a few bats hanging outside one of the windows of the Three Stags, just kind of hanging upside down on the underneath the sill in kind of a shaded spot. And they seem to be sleeping. You know that this is the time of the bats. They'll probably wake up soon and go out and catch many bugs. But the bats kind of keep your attention for a few moments. They're a little larger than a lot of bats that you've seen. Give me a beast lore roll.
Didn't the guy at the front gate tell us about the bats, and what was it he said? Oh, I suck at that.
Yeah, something was mentioned about bats.
Since I'm ready to go to sleep, I'm gonna push that roll.
Okay.
Because I have to know. Damn it.
Oh no.
She doesn't give a damn about bats now.
Shoot. Yeah, it's just kind of they're larger than most bats that you've seen, and they look a little bit fierce. One thing that you are definitely intrigued by is what tomorrow may bring. You've heard of a few places near in the Misty Vale that might hold treasure and adventure, and Leonara mentioned that the pieces of that statuette could be found in any of the places in the Misty Vale that have likely not been searched or are dangerous, and then otherwise the pieces would have been recovered by now. You wonder how you will spend your gold when you recover those pieces. Everyone wakes up the next morning. Breakfast is served there at the Three Stags. There's a hearty helping of scrambled eggs and bacon and bread. Everyone can take a full night's rest, be a shift rest, recover all your conditions, all your hit points, all your willpower points. Looks like Phineas, Agatha, and Julianna have done that, so if Thaddeus and Brêg need to do that, under your hit points, is that where you do the rest? I think under your hit points is
under your willpower.
Under the willpower, yeah. There's going to be some little icons there, Mark. One that shows like a bed. You can click on that one, and it will recover all of your stuff automatically. There we are.
Aha.
Excellent. Where do we go in the morning? We've got the town of Outskirt at our disposal, as well as the entirety of the Misty Vale. And you guys should have access to the map. I think I've got it PC access. I think at any time you can go to the Misty Vale scene if you need to.
I think it's only showing Outskirt.
Let me take us to the map, and then let me make sure the permissions are correct on there. It is. Oh yeah, yep. Let's do all players. There we go. Okay, now that should be available at any time. You should be able to access the Misty Vale map. But from here you can see the village of Outskirt, and you heard them mention that somewhere to the southwest was Bothild's Lode, some sort of dwarven mine, and it looks like to the southwest you can see the entrance to a mine over here into the mountains, but also not too far to the northwest there are some barrows, and that must be famed Riddermound over there.
Closer as well.
Yes. You could easily get there and back within a day.
Yes, I would suggest Riddermound.
Good thinking, Thaddeus. It sounds awesome. I hope the lines aren't long. Can't wait to get there.
It doesn't sound likely. Thank you, Agatha.
I wonder what's going to be there.
Anyone have any objections to Riddermound?
No, I think this is a wonderful idea.
Let me roll a random event here. Yes. Do you have something?
Oh, just the treasure. The prospect of treasure and ancient artifacts was appealing, but the story of former explorers maybe not returning was a little ominous.
Right?
Yeah. Yes. Well,
I wish we could have had a little more color about the details of their experiences.
How skilled were these people? Were they, better than us, worse than us?
Did Brêg have an opportunity to staple the paladin shield back together?
Oh yeah.
Ooh.
So that is a crafting roll to try and put that back together. And you've got, because Thaddeus may want his shield at some point.
that would be helpful.
So I think
Absolutely.
I think I've only done this once. Let me just look up your Master Blacksmith again. So sorry, let me just look this up. I want to make sure we get this right, because now that we have an artisan, we're going to be using this.
Yeah, it's fitting I break my first shield on the first session where we have an artisan.
And it's like the first time you've ever used a shield ever.
Yeah, I barely ever use it. I prefer two-handed.
Let's see. Repair. Repair there. Skills. Yeah, so you can often repair your gear if it breaks. It takes 1 shift to repair a damaged item, and you need access to the appropriate tools. So that is, you would have tools. You've got the blacksmith tools, so that's just going to be a crafting roll. And I think the tools, do they give you a bonus? These tools. No, I think you just have to have the tools in order to do it. So yeah, that's just going to be a crafting roll to see if you can repair that shield.
All right. Let's yeah, how long is a shift?
So shift is like an 6 to 8 hours. So you probably would have done this like while we were there having dinner, and probably a little bit in the morning.
Okay, let's see if I can salvage the ruins of this poor thing.
You do.
Yay!
You hand it back to
Well
Thaddeus and say, well, it's maybe not as good as new, but it should do in a pinch.
I am very grateful.
Alright, let me just roll on a random event here. See if we get something as we head over to Riddermound. Three dead humans are hanging from a tree by the roadside, all wearing black robes. You see sword wounds upon their bodies, and they bear the mark of Sathmog on their forearms. Normally you need to make a spot hidden roll to see this, but this is something that's clearly noticeable, and that mark is it looks like a demon's head. Stylized mark, almost like a trident with the horns coming up.
God,
Now-
they
now
have
we-
strange fruit trees here.
Yeah, don't eat the apples.
Just to clarify, are these marks, do they look like tattoos, or do
Yes,
they look like
either
lightly-
tattoos or brands? They're definitely permanent marks upon their bodies, and they look old. Like these were not put upon them after death or shortly before death, but probably they've been wearing these for years.
Right. Does anyone want to take a rough guess about how long these guys have been dangling?
That would be a healing roll to try and determine how long they've been dead.
Oh, just one over. The decomposition set in.
Julianna sees that they've clearly been here for about 3 to 4 days. They are starting to rot, and their softer parts have been pecked out by birds, but there's still plenty of flesh on these bones. And Phineas, you know that judging by the bloating, they're going to burst probably within the next day or two, spilling their entrails all over the ground. Cut
Well,
them
that's
down
a
and bury them.
delightful sight.
Do you cut them down and bury them, as suggested by Julianna?
They may be here for a reason, as a
They s-
warning
Driven
to
a
other
hideous cult.
Sathmog worshippers.
Yes.
Terrible end, though.
In fact, Pouncy does not like the smell of these, and Pouncy buries her little pink nose beneath her paw as Julianna gets close.
Well, the message is crass as befitting their likely human slayers, but I propose we leave them. Why honor the servants of Southmog with an honorable burial?
I like this guy.
Well said.
It's just a few hours until you reach Riddermound. Let me take us there. You should all be able to see the ring of stones there.
Oh, yes.
Excellent. When you arrive at the barrow, the mound has already been opened. There is a ring of stones and then a large slab on the ground, and that slab has been pushed aside, and you can see that there is a small opening that you could probably squeeze through, but if you move the slab a little more, it would make the going much easier. The hill is crowned by the tall standing stones that rise in a glade in the middle of the forest. The place is strangely quiet. However, there is a faint but ominous odor, a putrid stench like that of rotten vegetables.
Well, that thing is big and dirty, and I have a strength of 10. Who wants to move it?
All right.
Yeah,
Well,
sit back and say, yeah, lift with your legs.
Well, doing
All right,
that
well-
will give someone a boon on their strength roll. That advice to not use your back.
okay, well, Brêg strips off his armor and, oils himself up a bit,
Ooh.
chalks up his hands, and let's try to put that 17 strength to use.
Nice. You get a boon on that.
Before lifting, is there the thing is sort of ajar. Can we tell if it was recently moved?
Yeah, give me a bushcraft roll.
Oh, my bushcraft is grim. Yeah.
So it looks like it has been recently moved. There's some strange markings in the ground. You're not sure what they might be, but it looks as though there was signs of maybe a struggle, or maybe it was just because this slab was so heavy. It looks like a lot of scuff marks in the ground. Maybe someone was struggling and their feet were slipping as they tried to slide this thing to the side.
All right. Well,
While Brêg is getting, all oiled up, with his baby oil made from real babies. Can I look around the rest of the Riddermound and see if there's, see if I can remember anything about this place? What, I didn't make it.
Yep.
Or what these standing stones say, or if they tell us.
That sounds like a myths and legends roll. You know that the Riddermound is very ancient, older than probably anything else here in the Misty Vale. And you know that it is said that one of the first dragon knights was entombed here while still alive. And the rumors are that perhaps he still roams the halls.
all
Pouncy, there could be some bad things down there. I wonder if he has a hall pass.
You can see somewhat down through the little opening that's there. It's almost big enough that maybe Agatha could fit, but not quite. But peering down, it looks as though there is a huge cavity underneath and a very deep tunnel. You cannot see the bottom.
If someone has a torch, I can use my fetch spell to drop the torch down and illuminate the bottom before someone descends.
Great suggestion. I do have one to volunteer if we decide to do that.
So do you drop the torch down there and that's lit?
Yes, I will use fetch to make a spectral little hand that carries down the torch to the bottom of the barrow.
What is the range on fetch?
I believe it's 10 meters.
Okay. Fetch takes the torch and begins to lower it. You see that there is about a 5-meter chimney that leads straight down to the ground, and it will be difficult to get down there, but not impossible. At the bottom, you see that it leads to a vaulted earthen cave, and there's some sort of maybe a doorway in the north wall. But you're going to have to move that slab to get in there.
Who's got rope? A rope. Damn, I don't have any rope. Alright, elf man, you gonna do this thing?
Right, if we are ready. Does anyone have rope? Or are we going to kind of try to shimmy down?
There's probably handholds. It may be a little difficult to get down, but probably not impossible. I'd say probably not. I'm not the one falling.
All
Does
right.
anybody have rope?
I don't think anyone has rope.
Oh my god, what kind of adventuring party are we? Shit.
Listen, Brêg is new to this. The rest of y'all have no excuse. Or he's also supposed to. Someone should have a 10-foot pole. Isn't that a thing?
Right?
Anyway, this okay, this big piece of rock. All right, it's OSHA would probably call it a team lift, but I'm gonna try to just hum it off.
You will get a boon on your strength roll because Phineas did say to use your legs. He will assist you with his encouraging words.
Did you put extra baby oil on the legs?
Phineas is rubbing it on his own legs.
Okay, strength roll with a boon.
Yep.
Nice.
Oh, excellent. There is the scraping of stone on stone as you begin to slide this large block off of here, revealing that straight vertical passageway heading down. You can still see the torch burning down there. It looks like it's about a 5-meter, 15-foot drop. There are some kind of crudely carved handholds in the wall that could be useful. It will be an acrobatics roll to climb down.
I have a staff if that helps.
Uh-oh. Not very acrobatic, but...
Ah!
Alright, we're all gonna die right here.
Agatha, do you know any mountain climbing music?
Oh yeah, I should have sung you a song. Damn.
Oh, the old man makes it down.
And then the paladin falls on him.
Yes.
It's a bit.
Damn, because that's going to be like 3 dice 6, isn't it?
Yeah. So, falling, it's half the height in meters, or the number of d6 is equal to half the height in meters, rounded down. So, it's going to be 2 dice 6 is all.
Ow.
Yeah, but that still hurts.
Yeah, like it's still, and armor has no effect.
That's a bad start.
So, Julianna fails. Phineas succeeds. Ooh. And
Okay, that's 2/3 of my health.
so, yeah, those that failed, go ahead and roll 2d6. That's how many hit points and damage you will take. Oof. Oof.
Okay, Brêg was hoping to come up with a bright idea before venturing into the pit, and just had the bright idea that, you know, we could have gone back for those guys in robes and made ropes out of the robe.
Or they were hanging from ropes around their neck.
Oh! Well, okay, we'll go scavenging on the way back, but
Then you'll have some
at this
ropes.
point, at this point, the whole party's in a pile at the bottom, so...
I can
Roll.
do AoE heal, at least help a little. Just a
Right.
I've got a potion I can take.
Okay, well,
Well, if you want to do your AoE heal, that might get most of it.
yeah. Who knows?
Okay,
It could be really
hold up
good.
till Brêg comes crashing down.
Let me move those of you
Good point, good
that
point.
succeeded into the...
Flat.
Let's see.
Yeah.
You have a torch down here. Let me get that torch going.
I'm going to cast light on my staff, regardless.
Okay. Go ahead and do that if you would. So, Agatha.
Oh, it's bright down here.
Wow, you all rolled 7s. Alright, huddle up.
I'm going to go ahead and take my potion.
Well, I think the paladin might be able to do something.
It could suck, it's just a d8, but it could be amazing. It's 2d4 radius.
Oh,
Sorry, it's 1d4 when I said 2d4. Obviously, it's 4 meters. Jeez.
okay, let's pile up on the paladin.
Yeah, it's like D&D. Hug the paladin.
Oh, not bad.
Ah, my hero!
Do you have to succeed anything to do that?
Basically, he just
Spend the willpower.
Oh. I do have to roll grace. Good call.
Yep.
Thank you, Reese.
There you go.
Thanks, I'm pretty good at that. Yeah, he just calls on the thing that powers him and slams his sword into the stone, and little radiant light shoots out and feels pretty nice.
Agatha's going to keep hugging the paladin for an uncomfortably amount of time. And then just look up at him. Oh,
Yeah.
sorry.
Just keep in mind, I
Sorry.
can heal you if you're within 4 meters. That is helpful.
I'll never leave you.
This room is a dome-shaped chamber with a floor of beaten earth. In the darkness far above, the opening to the surface looks like a faintly glowing square. In the north wall is a set of double oak doors with iron fittings. A silvery symbol stretches across both doors, which are flanked by statues of knights in antiquated armor.
Can I
Is
read
there
the
any
symbol?
Yeah. To read the symbol, give me a Myths and Legends roll.
Nope.
Something. There's
Is there any writing on the walls?
There is. Give me an awareness roll. It's just as you're kind of looking around.
I'll sense magic just in case.
Since I'm looking for it, could I make that spot hidden and use my magnifying glass?
Yeah. So you're checking the walls for any sort of writing. You don't see any writing, but you do find a curved dagger in the dirt. This looks to be a goblin dagger. It's got the shape and the construction that a goblin might place. It also seems to be coated with some sort of venom. And you notice that there are a lot of footprints and drag marks seen on the dirt floor, but you don't see any writing on the walls.
Well, perhaps I could try and read this silver symbol.
Yeah, myths and legends. And let me have Thaddeus give me an awareness roll.
Oh my.
The symbol on the door is a stylized crown from the ancient times when the Misty Vale was ruled by a mighty dragon-worshipping kingdom. Some sort of dragon king or dragon knight symbol.
Yes, perhaps it's that Eladane that they were talking about.
Thaddeus, you don't notice right away until you are really close to it, but there are a number of bats on the ceiling, and they seem to be shifting about. The light and the movement in here has awoken them.
Oh.
This group of bats alights and swoops down upon you. Because you did not spot that, Thaddeus is going to take the 10 initiative card. Let me
Rough.
get us into a battle, and I will assign you that 10 before we draw cards. Let me swap these out.
Will they be at Bane's? Oh, would they be at Bane's because of how much light there is?
Give me 1 second. Let me swap this out real quick before you guys draw cards. Oops. Let me update them. Oh, no. Sorry, 1 second. Hold that thought. Update combatant. There we go.
Hopefully the light on my staff doesn't attract any moths and these bats are hungry.
Might distract them too.
All right. So these things are not disrupted by the light. However, give me a beast lore roll, Agatha. Yeah, you saw bats last night. These look like the same kind of bats, same size and everything, but you don't know much about what the deal is with bats.
Fair enough.
They swoop down, and combat begins. And the bats are up first. Let's get a little combat-y music going here. We roll their attack. We'll see who the target. Swirling horror. The bats swarm around their victims at a frantic pace. Everything within 10 meters suffers a fear attack and must roll against will to resist fear. So everyone will need to make a will roll as they swoop in. Oh, dragon for Agatha.
I'm scared.
Thaddeus and Brêg, roll will, please. Excellent. No one's going to be afraid.
Oh.
How do we do a will roll?
So it's one of your attributes. So just click on the WIL.
Oh, right. Okay.
Up at the top.
Yay!
Yay! So no one is afeared of the vampire bats. Phineas, you are up next.
I've got just the spell for this.
Again.
Oh,
Again.
That's actually not too bad. I'm just a little tired from this morning.
You become exhausted. Well, thanks for coming. Brêg, you're up next.
all right. So I don't think I thought to light my torch, but
There is a lit torch on the ground. So you could easily just stuff your torch into that and it would be lit. Or pick that one up and use it.
okay. I mean, I also have the warhammer. It feels a little odd to try to whack a bat out of the air with a warhammer.
Give me a beast lore roll.
Oh, it's... I can't believe that worked.
That was excellent. So
Nice.
this is a swarm, and you would know that, or you have been told that swarms are difficult because any damage from physical weapons, even magical ones, is reduced by half. But that fire has a normal effect on swarms. So fire would do full damage. A weapon, like even your hammer, would only do half damage.
All right, well, it's going to be a Baticue then. I quickly light my torch and then take a swing.
Right. So you can go ahead and you can actually use your torch as a weapon and roll that against the bats. You can target the bats, and then if you hit them, because the torch is lit, it will do an additional 1d6 points of damage.
Ooh, nice.
Well, it would have.
Do you want to push that?
Yes, I do.
Go ahead and take a condition.
Okay, maybe getting a little dazed from the confusion of waving lights and flying bats and circling around.
You've had a rough day. You've seen dead people, you've fallen, bats are coming at you.
Nice.
That's better. Go ahead and roll damage.
Okay, damage for this guy was an E8.
You can just click on the roll damage button on the chat bar, and it should do that automatically. It may not add the d6, so if it doesn't, then we can add that onto there.
Oh, it did.
Nice.
Nice.
10 damage to the bats, and they will take the full brunt of that. And they splatted. Well done. Now you can move if you want. The bats are right next to you. If you move, you'll have to make an evade roll, otherwise they'll get a free attack, or you can just stand your ground. And then
They're bats. There ain't no point running.
oh yeah, that d6 that it added, that's your strength bonus, so it will do an additional 1d6 points of damage. So you can roll a d6 for me. Either in the chat bar at the bottom there's pictures of dice, and you click on the square one, or you can type /r space 1d6. So it does an additional 3 points of damage. I'll give you every little bit of that. And then do you want to move, or are you going to stand pat?
I'll stay put.
Okay, Julianna, your turn.
Well, I really don't like the bats.
Why did it have to be bats?
No, I didn't have to be anything. Not really. I guess I'll swing my staff at it.
Okay, we'll do half damage, but half damage is better than no damage.
Well, let's see my hit.
Oh, nice.
1 damage.
Again, some damage is better than no damage.
Fuck that bat in particular.
You got one of them. Agatha, your turn.
All right, I'm going to.
You gonna play "Bat Out of Hell" by Meatloaf on your bagpipes?
Yeah. I don't know if I want to attack or do that. Yeah, I'll take a step back and start playing my bagpipes.
So the good news is that will give everyone a boon. The bad news is everyone in Riddermound is going to hear your bagpipes. If you're still okay playing them, I'll let you play them. But any hope of being stealthy will be out the window.
I'm going to hit it with my torch. And what do I roll against? Brawling or...
If you just click on, if you have a torch equipped,
Oh, okay.
you can just equip it and just roll your actual torch. So you may have to unequip like your dagger and have your torch equipped. But a torch will do, it does hammers is the skill.
Shit. Okay. Let me... I apologize. I don't mean to take this much time, but...
I take
smack.
this much time all the time, so you're good.
Okay. Dagger... It's not showing up in my thing there.
On your HUD.
Yeah.
Turn off your HUD and turn it back on. It'll probably show up. Yeah, so if I turn it off and turn it on, I see it on your character.
Yeah, okay. Oh, I forgot to target him.
That's okay.
Oh my god, such a noob. I'm gonna be disheartened.
If you can hit him, you can probably finish him off here.
I hate to push this early though.
Oh, shoot.
And I still didn't hit. The hell do I roll for that?
What's your hammer skill?
Oh. Garbage.
Ooh. Mass attack. The bats split up to attack all characters within 10 meters. Each victim suffers D8 slashing damage, and the swarm heals the same amount of HP from drinking their victim's blood. Thaddeus is the only one that can try to evade this. Do you want to evade this, Thaddeus, or are you going to let them hit you as well?
Why be the odd one out? I'll take it.
Okay. Everyone will take... That doesn't have fast footwork, so Agatha could use fast footwork. Otherwise, it's 5 damage. And the bats will heal 5.
Okay, I'll take the damage for now.
Okay. Then Thaddeus, it's your turn.
Well, I think I'm going to do another heal.
Stick your sword in the ground.
Yeah. I've got my thoughts back together. I'm on my feet again
Nice.
after that nasty fall. Yeah, they could just do a little roar and slam the sword back on the ground, and that's a D8. It also damages demon and undead. Oh, nice.
This would be neither.
No, yeah, it's vampires, which is close to undead, but not the same thing.
Not
If
quite
anything,
the
it's
same.
like unable dead, can't die. Well, stake him, I guess. But there you go, 7 health, everybody.
Excellent. You move.
Everybody was in range of me. Yeah, I suppose I would move.
Brêg, and then Agatha.
Right, so it's fortune time again.
So when you click on your torch, it will ask you, there will be a spot that says additional damage. You can type in 1d6 in there, and then if you hit, it will do all of your damage, including the fire damage.
Right, here goes. Ugh.
Mm. You're probably the best to hit with a hammer, so you're probably our best torch hope.
Okay, I need to push it even more, but getting a little angry now, and we're gonna try it again.
Did you give yourself those 7 health? You're at half health, so just wondering.
Oh, from the last heal.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't
That
take
was
that back.
everybody. Yeah,
So I
you were in
will.
range. Yeah, you got 7 health from that.
So yeah, you should be max. Oh shoot!
Damn.
Angry elf flailing at air.
It is hitting a bat with a torch is like a really hard thing to do.
Agatha.
Agatha is going to step back. She's going to move.
That will be
Because
an
her-
evade roll.
Okay, and her hammers are garbage. So yay!
You got it.
Can I attack with a sling?
You can.
That's all I got.
Again, it'll be half damage, but half damage is better than no damage.
Nope, not pushing.
Thaddeus.
Damn it.
We're used to higher level characters that have like good skills.
Yeah.
Came out of a campaign with like elite characters.
It feels so weird having one heroic ability.
But you hit with the torch, and that will do an additional 1d6 damage. Additional 2. Oh, okay. How do you take out the bats?
Oh, there's probably only a couple left. I like to think I hit like 2 or 3 of them, and they're all in swarming, and they just kind of like light each other up, and it just kind of fizzles out, and then there's none left.
And quickly as it began, the swarm is gone.
I'm gonna write the best song in the world about you, Thaddeus.
Well, I would not object.
Did anyone want to take that curved goblin dagger that was found?
Who can use knives? Definitely not Thaddeus.
I'm pretty good with knives. I'm at about 14.
It has a little poison on there, I think. There, it's on your character sheet.
Wonderful. I will make sure to wrap that blade so that there are no accidents.
Yeah, it's coated with lethal venom with potency 9. So the next thing you stick with that will have to deal with that.
Ooh.
There is a door in the northern wall.
Is there anything that stands out about it
Well,
particularly?
there are the 2 statues next to it. It looks as though this door has been recently forced open. The door, it's one of the pull doors, not a push door, and you see scrapes on the ground where the door has been pulled open, scrapes in the dust and the dirt of the ground there.
I don't know if you caught my casting.
Oh, I missed half of your speech. I caught your casting of something.
I cast Sense Magic.
Oh, yes. There was nothing magical in here.
Okay, cool.
What is the range on that, by the way?
Yes.
Does it have a range?
I think
You can
it's
sense
just a
whether the
place
place you are in or an item you are holding is effective of magic. If so, with the place that I'm in being the room, I guess.
Yeah, nothing in this room is magical.
All right. I'll wait for Thaddeus to go through the.
Sounds like a good plan.
As the door opens, there is a dark, damp tunnel through packed earth that branches off in different directions. The air is chilly and filled with musty smells. Slithering roots, worms, and centipedes are hanging like stalactites from the ceiling and make the ground slippery. Let me do a roll here really quickly. Having been admonished by their orcish commanders, a patrol of goblins have returned to the barrow to retrieve treasure and possibly save comrades that were left behind. You hear goblins up above that stone, and they're shouting down into the hall in goblin speech. Since you have all moved through the door, they do not see you, but they're shouting down. Does anyone answer? They can see your light.
Can anybody speak Goblin?
I have 12 in languages.
Same.
Yeah, do you want to
Phineas
try
has a
and
14 in languages.
speak to
Sure. And can I possibly do like performance at the same time?
Do you know any goblin tunes?
Just
No,
a goblin
but
with
I-
bagpipes downstairs. Hey, everything's fine. Don't worry.
Give me a languages roll. You would be able to, enough phrases. Oh, nice. To be able to answer them and hear what they're saying. And they're asking if they have gotten the treasure, or if that glimmering one has troubled them again. And then they ask,
No,
is
not
it
yet.
safe to come down?
No,
They say, no, you haven't seen them, or it's not safe.
it is not safe.
Ah. Well, hurry it up. We can't be here all day.
Will do. Wait for my word.
Up here in the this chamber, these tunnels, to the north, to the east is damp earthen tunnels. To the west are more tunnels. To the north, you see some sort of opening into another room. The door is open. There are more statues in here. Do you go north, east, or west?
Options.
Statues always worry me.
Well, if you want to give it a couple of minutes, I can send Pouncy to the east and the west and see what's there.
Ooh, good shout.
Sounds awesome.
I'll let you move your token, since I don't have a token for Pansy.
Ooh.
Bounty's
look
the
at
master.
Dragon Kitty.
that. So to the east, Pouncy goes there first, and Pouncy returns to let you know that it is some sort of dark chamber with a dirt floor, that there are metal boxes in here, and some are open, and there are bones in that room.
While he's going, I look through his senses.
Perfect. So you would see sarcophagi. You would see
All right.
skeletons lying on the ground. There is at the northern end, the passageway heads back to the west, and so it seems like this is the furthest east you can go.
All right, I'll grab a finger bone and bring it back.
Excellent. You bring this bone back, and Pouncy sets it down at your feet. You do you send Pouncy to the west as well?
Yeah.
All right, to the west. This room there's dug out burial niches that cover the walls from floor to ceiling. There are broken skeletons, moldering rags, and shards of crushed pottery all over the place. It looks as though this room has been vandalized. There is a smell in here that, with Pouncy's acute sense of smell, it smells like goblin in that room.
All right. Say west. Not certain which way we want to go, but
And to the north is a portcullis that looks to be locked.
can Pouncy?
Yeah, give me... Pouncy could squeeze through. Pouncy's small enough. to get through.
All right. Yeah. He'll go up in there and take a look around.
Looking up through there. 1 second. That's a small room with a floor of beaten earth. There is an iron portcullis on the far wall. There are 2 guards with rusted chainmail and long spears. They look to have been dead for a long, long time. Their skin is blackened and withered, as though they have become mummified in here. Now, they don't seem to be alive at all. These aren't mummies that Pouncy would think, but they're just old and desiccated bodies, still wearing armor, standing as sentinels.
Is there anything on the table here?
The table. What's the table have? There is a rusty portcullis to the north. The table, there's nothing on the table. Hang on. Actually, sorry. I'm sorry. Hang on 1 second. Okay, the room with the table. I was looking at the wrong room on the map. I just described the room that you were in. The room on the table, there's a small room with an oak table in the middle and burning torches on the walls. There's a mummified woman in gilded chainmail sitting at the far end of the table, and an iron-fitted oak door behind the mummy bears an ancient symbol in glittering silver. The mummified woman...
Is it the same symbol that we saw in the other door?
It is. It's the exact same symbol. The mummified woman, the eyes open, and a spirit steps out of the mummy and begins to approach Pouncy.
Oh, he runs back.
And the spirit begins to step up into the light that your torches are casting. And Thaddeus, you can see this ghost in the other room. And she speaks in an ancient tongue that you cannot understand. You can give me a languages roll.
Ooh.
Thaddeus, you hear these words, and it's as though they are words that you've never been taught, but they almost ring true inside your mind. And Agatha and Phineas would likewise hear these words. You hear the word dragon, and the word empire, and husband, and many times the name Elidane, and something of a struggle between corruption and cleansing fire. She points her left hand back beyond the table to her body that is lying there, and her claw-like hands rest upon a magnificent warhammer set with jewels.
Yes.
She looks sad and dignified, and then she looks at you as though she is anticipating a response.
She wants a response to her gesturing towards her warhammer.
What would Thaddeus say? What do you say, Thaddeus, to her? She's waiting for your answer. She's growing impatient.
Dragon, Empire, Elidane, husband. I don't know, it's a different language, but I guess I would probably just try speaking. Elidane, the fabled dragon emperor, Elidane. Your husband?
Give me a persuasion roll with a boon.
Naturally distrust of undead, but it's trying to talk. That's curious.
Her brow darkens, and she looks down for a moment, and then she says a word in the old common tongue. Thieves, she whispers. And then you hear a clank, and this clanking sound comes from the passageway to the east. The clanking of armor.
Thieves.
And Agatha quickly moved. Let me just grab everybody, because we're going to have a little action.
Oh, he's quite ugly.
Let me shuffle the deck. You can draw initiative.
There we go.
The white is first.
Dead last again.
Right there.
Uh-oh.
Hand of the Dead. The white raises its hand and gestures at a player within 10 meters, inflicting 2d4 damage. Well, it's going to be Thaddeus. Throwing the character the same number of meters away, landing prone. The attack cannot be dodged.
Oh.
So only 3 damage, and you are actually thrown through this portcullis, which breaks open,
Oh gosh.
and you land on the table.
Just like in the westerns.
Is there? Are you chewing on an apple by any chance?
Like a suckling pig. Phineas, you're up.
Well, Phineas will let out a little yelp, seeing this undead try his spell again. Ah,
Nice.
Oh my goodness, that was on a demon and then rolled off of there.
so that will deal 7 damage and push him back 7 meters away from me.
Let me check some stuff. He has a ton of resistances.
Yeah,
Send him
and-
right to block the door, so I'm stuck in here.
Let's see. Let me just check this here.
It's literally the door as well.
Gotta make it easier for you to hit him. He's coming to you.
Right where I need
And
to be.
hopefully, if that
Yeah.
well, if that moves him away from everyone, will that provide opportunity attacks? I'm not sure if that's how that.
Well, I'm prone, but yes.
Area of
I made a
effect.
fight undead.
So it's a con 2d4 meters.
Yeah, but if you're up on top of the table and attacking, you might get a boon.
So his armor will block all of that, but he will get moved. And I think, let me just check. It's a cone. Okay, so
But I
that's
imagine it wouldn't hit any friendly.
so that moves him
adventurers.
7 meters.
Yes.
So that,
It only says that the spell doesn't affect
7 meters
monsters
is
that
the
are
doorway.
large or huge, but I'd assume
yeah,
he's
and
not large.
He's not large or huge.
That's you can put him on the yeah.
Did he just end up?
He's under me.
Oh, is he under
Yeah.
you? Sorry, let me move you out of the way.
It would have been 7 meters, so I'm not sure if he would.
It was exactly on the doorway if you could go halves, which you can if you hit shift.
1, 2, 3. So like right there. And because it's a cone, that will only get him. I would say that does provoke an attack from everyone, unless he makes an evade roll. And he does.
Whirls
But if
when you-
someone gets a dragon, it'll be a hit. So that would be Brêg and Julianna. If you get a dragon, it will hit him. Thaddeus is screwed.
Yeah, this is rough.
Yeah.
What are you gonna do?
Apologies, Thaddeus, but Phineas is reckless, so...
It's where I meant to be, really.
Okay. The lady.
I tried talking to her. She just called me a thief.
The ghost lunges at someone
No.
within 10 meters and strikes with great force. You suffer 2d6 bludgeoning damage, are knocked back the same number of meters, and land prone.
Come
Do
on,
you
I just
want
want
to-
to stay on the ground.
Do you want to evade this?
No, I don't want to give it my action. What is it? Ah, damn. I had a whole plan, and now it's like, oh, nope, here, there, everywhere.
Ooh,
6 damage. Armor will protect you against that, and you're going to get flung up against the wall.
Some of that.
And you will be prone.
is he supposed to be up by the door?
Who?
The white?
Yeah,
He
got
should be in
pushed
the doorway,
7
but,
meters.
yeah. 7 meters is
Or
right.
1, 2, 3,
right
4.
there.
Oh, yeah. Why did he go there? Yeah, I had him right the first time. Why did he move him back? He's right there.
Yeah, he should be right near the portcullis.
Right about there.
But he wasn't knocked prone.
I don't know if it's the
Does
gust of
smell
wind
like-
that knocked the
yeah.
white prone.
I don't think
I don't
so.
think
I'll
it
check.
knocks him prone. I think it just pushes him. And then she will move in. And Brêg, it's your
It
turn.
doesn't say anything about prone.
Oh no. I complained, but now this seems scary too.
Yeah, what sucks for Thaddeus is you're in the dark. So you can just see this little bit here, but you can't see the rest of the party. And they can't see you. They just hear you squealing. What does it
That's a normal sound for him, right?
All right, whites or ghosts?
Yeah. I'm made to fight undead.
Split
I-
the party again.
How solid a ghost are we talking about here?
Very insubstantial, but that hand of, or that ghost strike, you saw just flung Thaddeus, and you heard him crash up against a wall.
All right. Well, okay. Well,
You could give me a beast lore roll.
just wondering whether my hammer is going to go straight through. Beast lore with a bane. Let's see how this goes. Nope.
Nope.
All right. You know what? The torches serve me well. And everything's afraid of fire. So Brêg is going to charge this apparition.
Nice. And you can move through allies. You just can't move through enemies. So you can just charge straight up through Julianna.
All right. So
Yep.
might regret this, but
And then you can target, and then where it has like additional damage, you can do plus 1d6, or just do 1d6 additional damage.
okay, and right. What does a torch do to a ghost?
So that's a hit. So the actual torch does nothing, but the fire does damage. So roll 1d6. So So she is insubstantial, and the torch passes through her, but the flames leave a mark, and she takes 3 damage from the flames. Julianna. And absolutely would be worth finding a weak spot on the white, because he's got 8 armor. He's got plate mail and a full helm.
Okay, it's safe. Come on down.
Get the goblins down there.
My lady, the real thieves are entering the antechamber now.
They're bad at diplomacy. Can confirm.
I can,
Give me a languages roll if you want to say that in Goblin.
Sure.
Oh.
Oh! Alright, they come down. Let me grab some goblins.
Do they drop a rope down this time?
They do. They have a rope that they come down with.
Then I'm going to try and point her to the goblins and say those are the real thieves.
Okay, give me... You don't even need to make a beast lore roll. You're about to discover that ghosts can be persuaded. This is unique to ghosts. Unlike most undead, you can persuade a ghost. Let me just read this right here. Yeah, unlike other monsters, ghosts can usually be persuaded, albeit with a bane on the roll.
Oh.
So I'll let you re-roll that with a bane.
Pass either way.
Pass either way, okay. As long as nobody else hits her, this round she will go after the goblins.
And I'll move over here and be done.
Okay. Thaddeus.
All right. I'm going to stand up.
Okay.
This is free action, right?
Yep.
And I'm going to try to get that Warhammer on the table.
Okay.
The ghosts seem to care about it, so...
It's in that little body right there. Let me put that Warhammer on your character sheet.
It may need nothing, but at least it's magical.
It is magical.
Presumably. Okay, good.
I think it's this one.
Swing away.
Sorry, let me fix this. It should have enchanted. It doesn't have enchanted. It's still up here. Add that. You pick up Fiend Crusher. Ooh. This jeweled magical warhammer. There we go. And you've got it in hand.
Was that my action? To
Yeah,
pick it
so
up?
it costs an action to like pick up something from the ground, or to like to pick this up out of this person's hand would be an action. If it's like on your belt and you're swapping it as a free action,
Yeah.
but that would be a full action. But now you have a magic weapon, which can damage the white.
Oh, okay. Well, yeah, it's gonna be hard to get back into that other room, but we'll do my best.
There is a portcullis behind you. You could try and break through that portcullis, or at least move to it. You'll find that it's locked, but you could smash your way through there. Maybe you could go the long way, being chased by the white the whole way.
Yeah, the combat will be over by the time I get back around. So I'll just move up to him and then, yeah.
The white's turn.
Oh, I'm glad I moved up to him.
Yeah. Sweeping attack. He sweeps his weapon in a deadly arc. All characters within 2 meters suffer weapon damage. The attack can be parried. And his weapon damage is a Morning Star. Does 2d8. Do you want to... Oh, you can't evade this. So 2d8 damage. Six damage. to Thaddeus.
Oh. So that's 2. Not bad.
Does Brêg or Phineas do anything to her as she moves past?
Phineas will politely.
Oh no,
go
let
on
her-
the way.
Let her cook.
The ghost towers over a goblin, staring directly into its soul with her dead eyes. They see their life pass before their eyes, tormented by grotesque visions of all their dead friends and foes, become scared, get banes on their attacks. Very good. Agatha, you're up next.
I am going to start playing my bagpipes.
Nice.
All pretense is over.
We get some bagpipe tracks in
I need to add some onto Foundry.
in Foundry.
That will be so good.
Yeah, even with a bane, I
Nice.
kick ass.
Everybody gets a boon. We'll go to the next round. The goblins will attack next round. Phineas, you're up first, and then the white double attacks. Oh, jeez.
Okay. Well.
You want to trade with Thaddeus so he can try and get the hell out of there?
Well, what's your evade, Thaddeus?
Well, okay, so I'll tell you, my evade is 12, and I do have a bane on it because of my armor. But my plan
Do
was
you
to try to
want to?
topple him.
Do you want to try and get out of there, or top?
Yeah, I mean, that was my plan. I've got a 12, so it's not super
I
likely.
mean, I
but-
suppose the goblins will
I've got a
hopefully be
boon, right?
distracted with the ghost, so they won't come attack me.
You might also think, Phineas, that this undead may, if the ghost was damaged by fire, perhaps the white would be as well.
Well, I think I will trade with Thaddeus for now.
It's a big gamble. I appreciate it.
All right, Thaddeus, you're up.
No pressure. Oh,
Okay, so he needs to make an evade roll, or he falls over. And it doesn't count as his action.
he could do that in plate.
Damn it.
Jeez. Well, sorry. And he's damn.
It was a really good attempt. Do you move at all?
But,
That's what we're
well,
gonna put on your tombstone.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a really
No, I
good
won't
try.
move.
That was not the last attack he did, so he's going to do that to you. 2d4 damage, throws you the same number of meters away. 7 damage, and hurls you into the corner. Nobody puts baby in the corner. And then he moves into the room.
Oh, shit.
Sorry.
And his next turn is Thaddeus down.
No.
He still has movement, so he's actually going to. Oh, he's going to move over here. Nice. Okay, so with surprising speed, the white swoops its weapon in deadly attack. All player characters within 2 meters suffer weapon damage. The attack can be parried. So Brêg, Agatha, and Phineas. None of you have acted, so you all can evade this or parry it, or you can take the hit. But to evade or parry will cost you your action unless you have fast footwork.
Fast damn footwork.
What about Brêg
Phineas will take it.
and Phineas?
All right. What does a parry need to roll?
So you will roll your weapon, and you'll just need to get a success. And if you do, then you will parry the blow. Your weapon will take parrying damage. This is what broke Thaddeus's shield.
Oh! I got that at a boom.
Oh yeah, it should be at a boon, so you can roll that again with a boon.
Okay.
Or sorry, roll it again, and that will count as your boon. Don't push it, just re-roll it.
Okay, made it.
Okay, and then you can move 1 square as well, Agatha, for evading. And then what about Brêg? Do you want to parry or evade or take the hit?
Brêg will parry if you can find the parry button.
Just roll your weapon, and it will count as a... And then you can select that it's a parry when it pulls up the little information box.
Ah, okay.
Don't forget a boon, too.
Yeah, you get a boon on that roll.
Okay, this is parry.
Yeah, I need to get some bagpipe music, and I'll have it play when your song is active, so that we know. Nice. With the boon,
All right.
you succeed. So in a second, I'm going to roll damage against your Warhammer. What is Phineas doing?
So if Brêg parries, does that stop the attack then?
No,
If it's just
so
like
no
one big
attack. Yeah, just keep swinging around. It's going to hit you.
Well, I'll just take it.
Okay, so let me roll the damage. 2d8 for his Morning Star. And so that is 14 damage. That will break your light Warhammer, Brêg, and Phineas will take 14 damage.
Phineas is down.
Shit,
So your light Warhammer, if you go on to like your character sheet on the far right at the bottom where it has your weapons, there's a white box. You check that. That means that your light Warhammer is broken. Yep, perfect. And then you can repair that with a crafting roll. And then it is the Goblin Warrior's turn. He will step up. Actually, his attacks are going to be ineffective, so all the goblins are going to start attacking the ghost to no effect. Agatha.
She is going to move half her distance, I believe, and keep playing her bagpipe.
Okay.
No, that's fast won't work. Okay. And come on.
With the boon.
Oh, it should have been just one. Because I'm disheartened.
Let's see what was rolled first. So the 7 was rolled first.
Ah, sweet.
So the
Okay.
7 would be a success. Goblin is attacking. Brêg parried. Goblin is attacking. Phineas, do you rally yourself?
Yeah, I'll try.
So, Mark, this is
With a-
another rule. It'll be with a boon. So, when you are down to 0, you have the option. Someone can rally you with a persuasion roll, or you can rally yourself with a will roll with a bane. So Phineas stands up. He's still dying, but at least he's up and can act on his next turn. And now you'll need to make a death save, Phineas. This would also be with a boon because of the song.
Let me roll again.
Yes.
There we go. And so make sure you take one of the fails off of there. Or take the fail off of there. So that's a success.
I'll do that fire thing.
The lady is going to tear into some goblins. See if she can find them out here. Takes out this goblin. Goblin's down. Lady moves up. She will attack again. Let me give them a roll. It's going to be equal to the dodge. So that one passed. That one passed. so they all are not. They do not become afraid. These are bold goblins.
We're heroes.
Julianna.
Pat Phineas in the back. Say, good job.
Good job. Good effort.
Yeah.
And with the boon.
Thing.
Nice. Phineas heals 7 and is no longer dying.
That's 2, 3. Enough.
You evade. Excellent.
Get in there. What the hell are you doing? All right, done.
Quit napping on the job there, Thaddeus. Oh, and Julianna
Never get good initiatives. Yeah.
is up again.
Goodness me.
Glad we brought a healer.
All right, we'll try to heal Thaddeus.
Oh, wow.
Wow.
Um,
Want the willpower back?
You should probably take the willpower. I'm not like dying.
I'll take the willpower.
Yeah.
You
get 8 back.
Thaddeus.
That's enough to put me full. Well done.
Phineas.
I'll go ahead and clear.
Oh, how far down that hallway did the bard run? Could I tell by the sound of bagpipes?
Yeah, let me see where the bard is. The bard. The bard is like right here, so it's like not far at all from where you
Well,
are.
Actually, I could just. Can I maneuver around that corner and right there?
Yes. That would not take an evade roll. You're still engaged.
Then I will use my gust of wind. Oh, I forgot my boon, but
You might get
That.
a dragon.
I know, but and then I did that at power level 2, so it will do only 7, but it will push him 7 meters away.
2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. But he takes 7.
And then
His
I move
armor
him
blocks
further.
all of that.
Wait, sorry. That's as far as I can move.
Oh, he just did this one. So monsters never do the same attack twice. So let me reroll a different one. Power attack. With creaking joints, the white swings its weapon in a powerful attack against the character. This will be Brêg. The damage is rolled with twice the weapon's normal number of dice, and the victim is knocked to the ground. The attack can be parried. You can evade this, Brêg, or you can parry it. You'd have to parry it like with a torch, I think. Or you can evade, or you can get hit.
So he'd be taking 4 die.
Yeah, 4d8 damage.
Oh, jeez. Wish he had that hammer.
Yeah, he's the one with the big hammer skill.
Mm-hmm.
What does Brêg do?
You're muted.
Crap. Sorry. It was.
There you go.
Probably
I
a
was
great
dropping
speech you were giving us.
Anyway, yeah, Brêg is desperately interposing the torch.
Nice.
tragically his last remaining weapon, but he is not inclined to eat that attack.
Yeah, you don't want to eat this. So give me a parry with the torch. Just,
do we have a boon on this because of
yes,
the?
because of the song. Yep.
Ah.
Nice.
All right.
Okay.
Yeah.
This torch may
You did
just
it.
get absolutely obliterated here. The durability is 9. It takes... Yeah.
Yes.
Yep, torch is just annihilated. It explodes in a shower of sparks as the white bashes right through that.
Better that than me.
Right? Yeah, that could have been you taking 25 points of damage.
Although Brêg is now
Were there
unarmed
torches
unless he's
in
going
there?
to
Go ahead.
unarmed unless he's going to whack someone with field rations.
There you go. Well, you get some hardtack or something. Alright, he's going to take 7. Brêg, your turn. You can trade with someone else and go later in the turn. Like you could trade with Thaddeus, Agatha the White, or one of the goblins.
Yeah. If you trade with me, I can try to get that hammer for you.
Although,
It'll
did
take
I?
my action, I think, but...
Oh, you parried.
Did I use it
Yeah,
for the
so
parry?
that
Oh.
was your action.
Right.
So never mind. Little lady.
I mean, if anyone wants at some point to toss me an enchanted hammer, I wouldn't say no. Because otherwise, next round I am wrestling this guy.
Alright, this goblin goes down. Thaddeus, you're up.
Yeah, okay, well, Thaddeus finally gets to move. For some reason, he still can't see.
I think our source of light is Phineas, and I think he is down the hallway.
Ah, okay, so I have no idea where the lady is, but I've moved. Hold on. Okay. So, does it take my action to give Brêg this magical hammer?
Yeah.
Damn. That sucks, because I haven't acted in so long, but yes, I would throw that to you.
Alright, let me put that on your character sheet, Brêg. Give me 1 second. I'll get that off of Thaddeus.
Hammer time. Do, 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 do.
Can you play it on the bagpipe?
Oh, that'd be awesome.
Okay, so now you've got Fiend Crusher on Brêg. And Agatha, your turn.
Okay. It worked last time. It's gonna keep working. Gonna keep singing. Oh, come on, performance. With okay.
So far, no damage has been done to the white.
Okay, we still got
Sweet.
that going.
Unholy roar. The white's decomposed skull contorts and lets out a ghastly scream that cuts like a rusty blade through the character's souls. Everyone within 10 meters suffers a fear attack and must roll against will to resist. It'll be with a boon.
Oh. Yeah, damn.
I'm just like one space out. Is that right?
Yes. So it does not hit Agatha and does
Oh, thank
not
goodness.
So what?
does hit
Yeah.
Julianna.
Agatha can't hear it over the sound of bagpipes.
Oh my goodness.
Oh, that's awful. Enfeebled. So, is Thaddeus the only one that failed? So Thaddeus is enfeebled, drains your energy determination, you lose 2d6 willpower, and become disheartened.
Get up,
Oh my
fatty!
goodness, please.
Oh, that feels so powerless, doesn't it?
Takes out another goblin. Brêg, your turn. But you've got the hammer.
All right, I'm loving the feel of this thing, and I regret not having the time to really appreciate its workmanship.
If I could recommend when you do an attack here, do find the weak spot. And what that will let you do is, if you hit, you'll roll with a Bane, but you get a boon from Agatha. But if you hit, it will bypass his 8 points of armor.
Ooh, that's a thing, huh?
Yep. That's the trick against armored foes.
You want to trade with me, Brêg? Go right after him.
Julianna got a trick up her sleeve.
No.
I don't know. What should we swap here?
Yeah, do you want to swap with Julianna?
Yeah, let's see what you're thinking.
All right.
Juliana's up, and then Brêg.
5. Right. Yes, I will.
And if anyone is running low on willpower and needs to do a round rest, you can spend your action to do a round rest.
I'll go here, but I've hidden myself underneath that.
Do you need me to move so you can find your token?
Yeah, I'm under Thaddeus.
Thaddeus? There we go.
Yeah, that would be.
That would be better.
Right. So this song.
What the heck is that?
Oh, yeah, if you can topple. All right, so now this will add an extra boon plus 1d6 damage. The monster gets an evade roll.
Oh shit!
Oh man, yeah. Shoot, great idea. Just wow, you rolled a 2 and he got a 1.
Yeah, well, sometime
That ain't right.
I was able to evade to step back.
Excellent. Now,
That's
Brêg.
sorry, Brêg. I was trying.
Yeah, really good try. That would have been a great strategy and tactic there. So do find the weak spot, but remember to add a boon from Agatha's song.
Okay, I don't have a weak spot.
So if you... Oh, you know what? It has to be piercing weapons. I forgot. Yeah, sorry, you can't do that with a hammer.
All right. Well,
Just roll a 1 or a 2.
yeah. I'll you know what? I'll just hit him real hard.
There you go. In the head.
Yeah, try hitting him
Okay.
hard this time.
You still got the boon.
Yep, still get a boon
I've got the
from
boon.
Agatha's song.
You know, got the boon anyway, so
It's going to be a hit.
all right. Tapped him anyway.
Hey, he took a little damage.
We won't be completely useless. Completely without having done anything when we die.
All right, took 3 points of damage. Whew.
We're practically done here.
All right. Can we get the goblins to step up here and?
They're almost dead.
Provide
There's
some
only
help?
one left. This is going to go... He's going to move up, and this is going to be on Julianna. You stare directly into his horrible eyes. A wheezing sound is heard. You become scared and suffer a fear attack, and you get a bane on your will roll, but you will get a boon as well, so that will cancel out. But you will become scared, and then go ahead and make a will roll.
So basically one
Yep.
bane. Good.
Nice. All right. Agatha, you did a round rest, which
Yes.
sadly will put your song at an end.
Oh, I didn't realize that.
Does Agatha want to switch with me first before our turn, just so I get the boon on my attack?
Yeah, switch to Thaddeus.
Yeah, if
Yes.
you switch with Thaddeus, then everybody
Yeah.
will get the benefit of that.
Yeah, sounds good.
Good call. Alright, then Thaddeus is up, and then Phineas.
Oh, maybe.
Nice.
Ooh, nice. And were you
That's
finding the
my
weak
weak
spot?
spot, yeah.
Excellent. So that will be no armor. He'll take the full... let's see, is that a magic weapon?
No, it's just my broadsword.
So he takes half damage.
Oh, well.
Let's see. Deal... He doesn't have half damage, no armor, so we'll give him 5 off of there.
That is what it is. Good shot.
I mean,
That's why
You
this
rolled- you
has
rolled-
been so deadly for other groups.
you rolled 2 2s, which is good.
Right.
But you also had a boon because of the song, so you only had to roll 1 die.
Yeah, I did notice that. Whatever.
Phineas' turn.
All right. Well, I'm gonna put most of what I have left into this. I'll say duck.
Julianna. Yep, little to the left. Fireball comes streaking out.
Fire blast.
Fire
Yes.
blast, even better.
Power level 3. Most of my. Oh, and a dragon.
Okay, so do you want to double the damage, or do you want your
Yeah.
willpower back?
Double the damage.
He will take full damage from this magical fire.
Oh my God.
goodness.
Okay. How does Phineas take out the white?
So Phineas tells Julianna to duck, and then he puts all that he has into this spell and sends out his most powerful blast of fire, and it incinerates the skeleton inside the armor, and he just melts and oozes out from the weak spots in his armor.
Shame about the armor, but I'm glad he's dead.
The lady continues to attack the goblins.
Poor Pouncy.
Oh. Goblin begins to climb the rope to get away from here. We'll have to make an evade roll. Nope, so the lady gets a free attack. Scared, attack.
Ooh.
Nice. So the goblin makes it up the rope and to safety. And then the ghost begins to head back into the room and sees her deceased husband, his armor lying on the ground. Agatha, you did your round rest. Your song ends. We go back to the next round. Agatha, you're up first.
One song ends, another begins.
begins.
Maybe.
Now, this ghost was persuaded
And-
earlier.
Yeah, I think instead of using my bagpipes, can I use my voice a cappella?
Yes, and sing a song.
Yes, and the song that I want to sing in her language. And I want it to be just the most heart-wrenching ballad about Eladane's victory and the purging of the lands. And I want to powder in Underman. And I wish I knew her name. But this is basically what I'm going for. I'm trying to convince her with my song that we are good and we're here to fight the battle for Eladane.
The first part is to pass a languages roll. And I will give you a boon on that because of the expressions that you are making as a performer.
Yeah, I mean, I've got tears in
Total
my
eclipse of the
coming
heart.
down my face. Oh, you bastard! Yeah, that pisses me off. But I'm gonna keep my composure. Sink it.
Nice. And now give me a performance roll with a boon.
There we go.
She stops what she's doing and listens intently to this song at your wailing sounds as they echo through here, and you see great sadness on her face. And she looks down at her husband and she reaches out a hand and touches his helm. She picks it up and his ashen skull just falls out like so much sand. And she holds it close to her for a moment, and then she sets the helm on the ground, and she nods her head, and she points at the warhammer in Brêg's hand, and she gestures that is now yours as she holds out both of her hands as though an offering gesture. And then she slowly begins to fade from view, and you hear an answer coming from down in the length of the hallway to the east, a mournful cry of a woman who has lost her husband in battle, but she is at peace knowing that he is finally at rest. And that will end the combat as she vanishes from sight. Well done.
Okay.
So does somebody want this plate manual then? It might be a little smell a little bit like the undead, but
Miss Pouncy, I think our artist friend here needs something more than just bib.
Yeah, there is ornate plate mail and a full helm. There's a lot of good armor there. Now, where Julianna is at, you find the knight's tomb.
Oh, jeez.
And
Not doing that.
the stone coffin inside that tomb has been opened from the inside with tremendous force, and pieces of the shattered lid lie scattered on the floor. There is a dragon mural on the back wall, a fresco, that has a knight on its back, and the dragon and the knight are wearing similar gear, the same gear and horned helm as the wight that you just defeated. And there are ancient runes engraved on the wall beside the fresco. And if Julianna would like to make a languages roll, you may be able to read something of them.
I'm just wondering if the what happens when you get a demon on a
Yeah, on a grace roll.
Yeah. It doesn't really say in the book.
What were you attempting?
I was going to try to heal Phineas.
You probably heard him.
Oh.
heal.
The languages roll, you make out something about the Emperor's gift and holy wrath that will consume all who dare touch said gift. And you look over at Brêg and you see him holding this warhammer in his hands as he's gripping the handle as though this is a very fine weapon indeed.
You just
There are some bits and bobs of treasure here in the tomb, and now that you have taken out all of the guardians of the tomb, we can get to the good part, the loot. Okay, not much good. There's a lot of copper there.
oh, that last thing's quite good.
Yeah, so 11 copper, a gemstone, 12 gold coins, a silver necklace, and a grimoire. Let's see where the grimoire is from. It is
Mentalism.
4 is general magic.
General magic. Oh yes.
oh,
And what spell rank? Rank 2 spells. 2 spells. There are 2 rank 2 general magic spells. I will let you choose, since I assume Phineas is going to take this. What
Can
2 rank
the
2?
witch also, can she learn general spells? I'm not sure how that
I
works.
can.
Yes, and so you would both be able to learn from this grimoire. It will not consume the spell to learn it. So you could both use a check mark on your witchcraft or your animism.
There's only one rank 2 general magic spell.
It's in there.
Yes, magic shield.
Let's say that then there's a rank. Well, I'll tell you what. Even will be rank 1. Odd will be rank 3. Rank 1. So a rank 1 and a rank 2.
Right.
I believe I already have a grimoire with both of those. The hag's. Let me see what spells are in that. The hag's grimoire has dispel in it and sense magic. Does not have protector though. So if we wanted protector, then
Yeah, I think if we take protector and magic shield.
Yeah. Those would be super helpful. They would have been super helpful just a few minutes ago. The gemstone that you find has an approximate value of 100 gold pieces. The silver necklace is 2d6 times 5 silver. So 7, so 35 silver. So roughly for everybody there is 7 silver. I say 20. We'll just round that up to 15. So 25 gold. And we'll say 5 copper each. And now we can do an improvement roll. We're at the end of the session. So everyone here but Mark knows how I do this. So Mark, what normally in Dragonbane there's a questionnaire, and you would answer the questions, and typically people end up with 4, 5, or 6 check marks. I just give everyone a flat 5. That's the rule from the solo adventures. You just choose 5 skills to advance, in addition to whatever you have dragons or demons on during the session. So for example, Mark, if I look at your character sheet for Brêg, at your skills, right now you have improvement marks in nothing. So you will choose 5 that you want to try to improve, and you'll just click the white box until 5 of those are marked. And if you already had some marked, you could do 5 additional. And then once you've got those white boxes checked, then do you right click, you guys, or do you left click on the... Actually, if you hover over it, it'll say...
Right click unchecks it.
Oh yeah, so right click will uncheck it. So then left click on the little up arrow, and it will roll an advancement roll. And if you fail your skill roll, then you'll improve 1 point. And should you get your skill to 18, you will get a free heroic ability. So Agatha's knives went up. And if Agatha wants to roll the rest of her skills, we'll start with Agatha. Sneaking went up. Evade went up, that's a good one. It's too bad performance did not go up, that would have been nice. Bartering goes up. And then we will do Phineas next. If you want to learn a spell, you'll need to use an improvement point that you would have put on your magic school and then make a languages roll. And if you pass it, you'll be able to learn that spell.
yeah. So I do have the scroll of Salamander, which I could technically learn, but I don't know if I want to learn that quite yet.
Let's hold off on a rank 3 spell for at least a couple sessions.
However, I do have the Pillar spell
Pillar would be good.
from the grimoire.
Dispel would also be good.
Yeah, I think I'll do the Pillar.
Or
spell.
like Magic Shield or Protector, those are also good. So if you want to give me a languages roll, if you pass this, you will learn that spell. If you
Yes,
don't,
and then I have a book lost languages and secret scripts. Can I use that? To help me
That
decipher
helps
the-
you on languages rolls? Yes.
Yes. All right.
Nice. So you will learn the spell, and then you can do the remainder of your improvement marks.
All right. And then if Julianna wants, or not Julianna, if Julianna wants to learn a spell, they can use that book.
That would give them a boon on the languages roll as well. Nice. Myths and legends went up. Always a good one.
And that'll be all for me.
Let's do Brêg. Mark, if you want to do your the remainder of your rolls.
Right? Yeah, I did.
Oh, you did all your rolls, all 5.
Oh no, just Beast Lore already.
Oh, so yeah, you can do the other 4 if you like.
All right. You failed some bushcraft, so you learned nothing.
Darn it! You learn nothing from failing that. Oh, but that one's going to be good. So crafting goes up. That's a useful one. You can, you'll hopefully be able to fix your hammer. Although you have a new hammer, I don't know if you'd even want that old hammer.
I mean, I don't know if I use that warhammer for pithy work. Might fix it up. Let's see, myths and legends. Nice, and come on, hammers.
Oh, that 16 would have been nice. We will do Thaddeus next.
Alrighty.
Nice. Well, so far that's been terrible. There we go.
Yeah.
Grace went up. That's the good one. And then Julianna.
Also, don't know anything more about bushcraft. Evade better.
Are you wanting to learn a spell?
I am,
Okay.
but I wanted to get my languages
Stuff
up
out
a
of the way.
bit.
But first, just in case, which you did.
Yeah.
Excellent.
That works. Stabs. That works. Alright, so I do have witchcraft checked, so I'll uncheck that. Languages with boon. I'll push that. Nope, didn't do it.
Darn it. Any others, or is that all your skills?
That's all right.
All right, well, that is where we will end the session. When next we meet, we will head out of the Riddermound and head back to Outskirt or wherever we want to go. Now that this has been cleared out, this would be a safe place to do a rest. If anyone wants to do like a stretch rest, you don't necessarily need to do a shift rest here, but a stretch rest I think would definitely be good, and just recover a condition as well as healing up some hit points and willpower points, and the elves could do their inner peace if they wanted to.
Yep.
Yeah, folks could watch my back while I have a nice little
Yeah,
restorative meditation session.
so you will recover a little additional as well as an additional condition. Excellent.
Fixed.
Perfect.
Agatha's going to jump up on the table and she's going to say, "This was even more fun than I expected." She's going to jump on Thaddeus's back and mess up his hair and say, "I'm so glad you lived, buddy."
Speaking of which, I think Phineas was the only one that dropped to 0 hit points, or did Thaddeus as well?
No, Thaddeus.
Phineas, I need a Constitution roll to see if you have any disfiguring injuries. Oh, sadly you do not. So So no permanent scars or critical wounds. I'm going to go ahead and stop the recording here. I will get this video posted tonight. I had a blast. I hope everyone else did as well. I will post this, like I said, later tonight, and I will see everyone else next Sunday. Mark, I had a blast playing with you for the first time. This was a ton of fun. And